Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear. I remembered to turn my mic back on before I started talking this time. How about that? So, how's everyone's Thursday? I like the this thing you did. If only I could actually get purple flame on my hands. Hey DLF. Actually, the music I picked this time is the fan-made version of Nerevar Rising that they're going to use for Skywind if/when that game finally drops. But they already have the music on YouTube, and as you heard, it is spectacular. Hi, Borellis. I, too, enjoy the Skyrim soundtrack. It's good to see you. Petey, hi. Great to have you back for a stream. Welcome. Welcome. So, we didn't quite finish Chapter 9 in the last stream. We did, we did basically all of it. We've got a few little loose ends to mop up, but the real focus tonight is going to be on getting started on Chapter 10. Hi Alex, great to see you. How are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome, as always. Alright, let's get this show on the road. No point dinking around, right? So we had finished the Battle of Bridgefort, and I guess I didn't notice that Minsk had leveled up. That's awesome. Oh, he gets a new proficiency. Let me see. Let's boost two-handed weapon style. His stealth has gotten pretty good, too.
Be direct.
These are all done. Okay, cool. So I think if I've already done all my loot handling, and I believe I have, I wouldn't have left that to do this go round. Then we can head back out.
If I must.
We'll actually go to the teleport circle so we can deal with the goblin cave right quick. Haha! Cool guy. Thank you so much for the 69 bits, everybody. Nice.
Fine.
How are you, my friend? It's great to see you again. Welcome. I guess we don't really need that ward stone anymore. Came back for more sweet battle music. Good. I like it. Stick the ward stone in the bag of holding, because we can go in and out. In fact, I'll actually probably just get rid of it. I know what it's for, and I don't need it anymore. Because we can just go in and out the front door now that the battle's over. Alright, let's fight some goblins. See, we have a chieftain, a witch doctor, and a whole bunch of normal ones. I'm not going to do a full round of buffs, but I will.
Yes.
I'll haste the party.
Yes, I will.
Protection from evil.
Nature's servant awaits.
We'll do defensive harmony and bless. I think that'll be enough.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority keep you.
That was quite the Goblin Lord. No, we're not quite gonna go Leroy Jenkins.
What now, I wonder?
Oh, and I'll give Protag Stone
Beat it.
Skin. That should be enough.
Try to keep up.
Always go for the caster first, so let's get the Witch Doctor.
Watch out!
Chunked him. Alright, next. Sharpshooters are higher level archers. I think they're the next most dangerous targets. Let's focus on the sharpshooters. There's one. Hi, Jake. Haven't seen you in a while. Great to have you back. Welcome, as always. We already beat a Mind Flayer, and the Mind Flayer actually wasn't very hard, but he had summoned what's it called, a Neophalid into the Temple of Cyric. That was a tough fight. Chunked him. Don't worry about loot management till the end. Alright. Still got sharpshooters.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Alright. Is that it for the Nope, we got one more sharpshooter. There we go. Alright, next we'll do the archers. I'm not sure why, but archers are always like a hell of a lot more dangerous than most fighters. Okay. Got that one. Not too bad. We got one here. I think archers just tend to have much higher, better THAC0 scores. They seem to hit a lot more often than
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
There's a straggler over here.
This is the end for you.
THAC0 is to hit armor class 0. So it's, you roll a 20-sided die, and the THAC0 score is what's needed to hit armor class 0. So what was so counterintuitive about 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons is lower numbers were better. The lower your armor class, the harder you are to hit. And similarly, the lower your THAC0, the better your offense is. That's why it was so counterintuitive, because the lower numbers are better in 2nd edition.
No mercy for those who oppose us! For the fallen!
This is going pretty well, but I bet it would have been a lot worse if I didn't bother with any buffs.
Swing and miss.
Zeph, hey, great to see you. It's going well. As you can see, we're just dealing with a little goblin infestation. It's actually going well. We're already pretty close to done. I think that's all the archers, right? Nope, one more. One more archer. Hit him. Alright, now we're just down to various melee characters. I'm quite sure the Chieftain is the most dangerous, so we'll focus on him next.
You're mine now.
Chunked. And then I think there's one veteran that we'll target next. And then the warriors. are good. Alright, we're down to just the basic warriors now, which is great, because my buffs are starting to wear off. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, these little basic warriors, they're chunking faster than we can target them. There we go. It looks like there's one actual loot container in here.
Fine.
Ostensibly protecting. Ooh. And there may actually be something good here. Let's see what our reward is. But before that, let's catch up on chat. You love goblins. And David Bowie. Oh, and we're talking about Labyrinth. Oh, that's a good Diet Coke, friends. I'll tell you what. Pretty basic loot, but it's all good. Let's see if I can boost lore enough to identify it without a spell. Very good. Alright, the Circlet of Lost Souls. Remember Jareth's pants? Oh, yes, yes. I remember Labyrinth well enough. Adventurers delving in a tomb centuries ago were set upon by ghosts and specters when they entered the central crypt. The adventurers fought bravely, but one by one they fell to the ghosts' attacks. Years later, the daughter of one of the adventurers hired a team to delve into the tomb and recover the bodies. The daughter told her group not to disturb anything but the dead adventurers they had come to collect, and the spirits of the tomb let them be. The woman kept her dead father's circlet as a memento of his bravery. Equipped abilities: Thaco +2, caster level +1. Summoned spirits are constantly under the effect of the Bless spell, usable by shaman. So it's useless to me, because I am not using McKinn. No big deal. Your big bad for D&D was also named Jareth? I'm not entirely sure I believe that's a coincidence, but that is cool. Alrighty. Outstanding. So with that done, we can head over here to
It has been too
Try to
long
keep up.
since Miss
Forester
journeyed
Bridge
with such a
itself.
fine companion.
And we have to stop the crusade from blowing up the bridge so we can follow them to Dragonspear Castle. Whoa. What did I miss? Oh, bullet +1. Not great, but worth a little gold. Oh, I found it creepy when I was a kid.
Perhaps this book needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Alright. Onto the bridge. You there. Get back, away from the bridge. None but the followers of light shall pass. We're under attack. Blow the barrels now. Damn it to hells, I'm trying. Hold them off. I need more time to finish the summoning. Oh shoot, we have a fight.
For the fallen!
For the shining lady.
Swing and a miss!
No mercy for those who oppose us!
Oh. I guess we're fighting fire salamanders. Okay. Fire Elemental. That's significantly stronger. I may need to buff for this. Let's see.
Coming for you.
This is the end for you. Want me? Whatever you like.
Yes. Try to keep up. I'll carve you to bits.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Methods. Yep. How long is this going to go on?
Sweetheart? Right.
Heal. What?
Wow. Alright, yeah, nope. I need to do better. This says
Redirect.
this is clearly going to require a full round of buffs. Yes.
Nature's servant awaits.
Yes, I will.
Aye.
Yes.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
I'm gonna do some summons too. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Good job, Bloodlunder. Sick reference, bro.
Now I wonder.
Alright, oh, and I'll hit the mage with Breach. Kill her before she
Your
opens the portal.
soft-hearted altruism is going to get us all
I am
killed.
yours to command.
I don't need Remove Fear. That wasn't a factor. I will put Resist Fire on somebody. Put on Safana. Stone Skins, let's mirror image.
Well, bold.
Summon 2 Skellies.
You've attacked.
I can put Fire Resist on someone else too. Dorn. He's the worst. Blur now.
Nature's servant awaits.
Alright, next, let's do Call Woodland Beings. So that's a very useful summon. Vicky, summon your other Skelly. I don't need free action. I don't need negative plane protection. I will need chant.
Now I wonder.
I think Protag's good. I just need to remember to be ready with Breach.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
And then we'll do Defensive Harmony.
What?
Chant.
You've attacked.
Let me quickly reacquaint myself with how True Seeing works. Oh, cool guy. Thank you so much for giving Zeph a gift sub. Zeph, enjoy access to my face. Raising an eyebrow. Among other sweet, sweet benefits. Instantly and once each round. All their dispelled. So I can go ahead
Nature's
and cast True
servant
Seeing.
awaits.
No, I'll save it. So I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna do it now because I want to try and hit the mage with insect. This chant. Do I already have bless on? No. So let's do bless.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
Save insect plague until we see them.
Yes, I will.
Vicky got bless off. Now she just needs her arm to save and we'll be good.
Quickly.
Alright, let's roll.
If I must.
Where to now?
For the shining
Yes.
For the shining lady.
I feel like this is scripted. We're gonna have to do the firefight anyway.
Now I
but-
wonder.
Oh, good. True Seeing kicked in. Okay.
Feel the pain.
Bam! We got her.
For the shining lady.
Try to keep up.
Victory shall be ours! Curses!
Good. Let's chunk some more Crusaders.
My next swing will hit.
I forget what a serious game changer level 5 spells are.
Shining lady.
True Seeing, Breach. Oh,
My
it's a whole different ball game.
For the shining lady.
Okay. Why isn't anything happening? I probably have to go talk to somebody. That was cool.
Tell me, were things here interesting? Things at camp were dull, dull, dull. Corporal Duncan absolutely refused to let me out of it.
I'm surprised he can stop you. You chose the mercenary life, live with that choice, and do so in silence.
I suppose I did ask for this, didn't I?
Thank you for that. Perhaps now I'll get some peace.
I'm sorry, Corporal Duncan. Did you just say something?
No, I didn't say anything, recruit. We've done well here. Hopefully our luck holds until we reach Dragonspear. Lead the way across the bridge. The rest of us will follow.
There we go. Alrighty. Now I suppose we can cross. Yep, there's a gap now. Oh, wait. I saw some fat loot back there. Okay, there we go. Much better. Now let's go. I'm sure something else is going to happen. The game did make a point of telling us that Boriskir Bridge is where our father Ball was murdered. Yep. Here we go. Ooh, cutscene. Real one.
You feel it, do you not? Something has changed. Your tenuous connection to the essence within you has been rewoven and reinforced, if not necessarily refined. An impressive achievement, even if you yet lack the control necessary to bring your abilities to their full flower.
You again. What is your role in all this, Hooded One? What do you hope to accomplish?
I am here to bear witness to what comes to pass, nothing more. The dead god's blood lingers long. There are remnants of your father's power here, even now. I am not surprised something was awoken within you. Tell me, what did you see?
I saw Ball, his death at the hand of Cyric.
It is not unknown for events of great import to in some way imprint themselves on the site of their occasion. The vestiges of Baal's passing are potent here. Baal had many enemies. Knowing this did not empower him to the extent that he could avoid his demise, but it did allow him to plan for it.
Pony Island. I do have to go back to Pony Island. I want to do a... There are things I missed. The first playthrough was not Travis-level completionism.
He lives on through you and your brethren. You sense his whispers even now, quiet and insidious. They will grow ever stronger. His demands will become screams that drown out all else. In showing mercy, you showed weakness. When you spoke to Kalar Argent, you sought diplomacy, an end to the damage wrought across the land. Do you think your enemies understand compassion? Do you think they care for the greater good?
Compassion and strength aren't incompatible. I will help as many people as I can. That doesn't make me weak.
Oh? And yet you free a priestess of Baal, a mad murderess, on only her word that she would obey your directive. You show both weakness and stunning optimism. You must know by now that nothing you do escapes my sight. I know your past. I watch your present. Thus, I know your future. It was written in your blood long ago.
Who are you who knows so much of my blood?
A man of singular knowledge, power, and purpose. All else is irrelevant.
That's actually a very accurate way for Irenicus to describe himself.
You are not like the sheep you walk amongst. They distract you with their bleating whine. You have a purpose far beyond theirs, if you have strength enough to grasp it. Most go about their days unawares, blind to the truths around them, pushed and pulled by forces beyond their understanding. Control is what sets us apart from the animals scrabbling through the dirt. We must be masters of our lives, of whatever resources we have to bear, bending them to our will. You will learn this in time.
I'm glad that they put so much Irenicus in this. He's just, he's such a good villain.
Kalar Argent has but the tiniest portion of divine essence. Yet she has boldly claimed her birthright and taken control of her destiny. You have half a god flowing through your veins, and yet you stumble your way toward your destiny as if blind. Spread your wings. Feel their power. Let this test you. If you are lucky, if you do well, further tests will come. Perhaps, eventually, you will learn what you need to soar.
Okay, Seth, no worries. It was great of you to stop by. It's always good to see you. Are you going to say hi to Walt? If so, tell him I said hello. I've had a vision of Baal's death. Oh, and look, we burned the symbol of Baal into the bridge. I should keep watch for another appearance of the Hooded Man. A mammoth statue of Cyric stands at the north end of Boreskir Bridge. His arm is outstretched, reaching for the giant stone figure that glares accusingly at him from the bridge's other side. Oh, okay. Fair enough. He's...
What you looking at?
You're in such high demand, Seth. Lots of people to say hello to. Have a great night. Thanks for dropping by. Hold a moment. I want to talk to you. Farl and I got our loot out of the fort. Here's a little something for helping us out. We're moving on now. Maybe we'll cross paths again someday. Thanks, Kava. Bye. I finished my dealings with the half-orc
Night
irregulars.
is a friend to those with grim purpose.
Alright. Let's finish exploring the map. I don't think there's anything left to do, and there's I think it's time to recruit Khalid. It is good to be out of that accursed cage. I have a knot in my back I'll feel for weeks. What were you thinking, attacking all those people? I attacked a single person. Regrettably, I was made to attack him while he addressed near everyone in the camp. What do you mean you were made to attack him? I was tasked with eliminating Hormorn, a priest of Kalar, as he performed the Crusade's so-called Ritual of Enlightenment. I was not told the ritual involved nearly every Crusader in a 10-mile radius. And why did you do it? I must do as my patron Urgatho's bids, regardless of my feelings on the matter. My covenant with him requires my obedience. In exchange, he grants me my dark power. What is that power worth if it means you can be forced to charge into an unwinnable battle? You have no idea. I was a power to be reckoned with before my arrangement with Urgathos. Now my strength, my power, is unequaled. And what would happen if you don't obey? At best, Urgathos would cut me off from his power. He would, in all likelihood, kill me for my insolence. In the meantime, though, you have strength and courage, the likes of which I have never seen. Or, that you are not but a slave. I thought better of you, Dorn. I'm gonna go with number 2. I did what was necessary. You would be wise not to underestimate what I have gained by chaining myself to Urgathos. I'm not wrong, though. He is just a slave. Ooh. Oh. A wooden bucket swings from a rope tied around the old well's winch. The wooden bucket sways in the breeze. Deal with that in a bit. Let's see if this bear goes hostile or not. That's a knot. Alright. Fair enough. Is that it? Almost. One little corner of map left. Okay. To Dragonspear Castle. But let's go talk to Khalid, because we can start his quest before we end Chapter 9. I don't think we can finish it, but we might as well start it. We can't chunk him yet. If it forces us to take him with us to keep Jaheira, we'll boot Dorn until we're done with him. I thought he was here. Maybe he's back at the actual fort. I could have sworn I saw him here, but I guess I could be wrong. Mountain of Dead Crusaders certainly makes me happy.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Is Khalid in here?
Fine.
Nope. Did he go to camp? That would be convenient. Let's sell off our loot. Since we're here. Excellent. Alrighty. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I gotta figure out where the hell Khalid is.
If I must.
And I guess he's got to be back at camp, right? Even though we never actually recruited him.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Save here in case I'm wrong. Oh, there's Farrell.
What you want? If I must.
There's Baylock, Edwin, Ogiln, Assad, Nira, Kin, Lint, Corwin. Nope, no Khalid. So he is still somewhere on this map.
If I must. What you want?
You are more than welcome, my son.
Where the hell did he go? He didn't get chunked during the fight, did he?
We're more than mercenaries.
Hey, Karis. You missed a little bit, yeah. We had a fight with some crusaders on the bridge, and then I'll show you the end result.
I need a swig of some
But,
strong dwarven ale.
When we crossed the bridge, we had a vision of when Cyric murdered Ball. And Protag freaked out, passed out for a while, and actually burned this image of Ball into the bridge. After that, we had a conversation with Irenicus. Huh. Well, Khalid is just gone. Alright, well. So, the old well, we can do a few things. The big ones are, we can put an item in the well. By using the winch, the bucket and anything it holds can be lowered into the well. So if we put a weapon in, it summons the well spirit. Ouch. Did you throw a weapon at me? Is this a challenge? It was an accident, I assure you. I only wanted to see what would happen. No more words. Your trespass must be punished. So when you fight the well spirit, you get a random +1 weapon and 3,000 experience. But never fear. Actually, I'll go ahead and do this, because the dusty chicken comes into play here. But never fear, we can get our Burning Earth +1 back. And now let's pop the dusty chicken in and see what happens. Arf, little wanderer. That is not a natural environment for a chicken, Travis. Unless it is a Lantern well chicken. But I do not think it is.
What is that, puppy? Is there someone trapped in the well? But Boo says no. There is only a chicken, and Minsk should not listen to strange animals. Boo is wise.
Are we making chicken soup now? Let's throw some thyme into the well while we're at it. Maybe a bay leaf and some carrots.
That dog's constant yapping grates on me. Begone, cur.
I never ate chicken until I left the Underdark. It tastes very similar to cockatrice.
Huh.
3,000 experience. Okay, and now we can leave the well alone. Alright, well, until I guess we'll deal with Khalid in Chapter 10. Since I can't find him.
Night is a friend to those with grim purpose.
Coalition Camp. 336 travel hours. Hold on, let me really quickly just see. Khalid. Chapter 9. After battle. Oh. I see. Okay. We're going to have to cheat. Because... this is what's fun. I'm beginning to understand some of the gripes about this expansion, too. It is a known bug for Khalid to simply die without even, like, actually perishing in the battle. He just, like, fucking vanishes. It's a known bug. There's an entire thread on the Beamdog forums called Khalid, Design or Bug. But there are very specific instructions for how to enable cheat codes and respawn him, which I realize we tried to do this earlier and it didn't go so well. But I am now looking at step-by-step instructions on how to do this. So Baldur.lua. We need to open it in Notepad. Then we need to add one code line, which is set private profile string open paren program options. Yes, and it needs an open quote, close quote, comma, open quote, debug mode, close quote, comma, open quote, 1, close quote, close paren. Now we save, and we close. I might need to restart the game. We'll find out. Yeah, I need to restart. I don't feel like this is cheating, considering it's in a list of known bugs. Remember, I always say, you are allowed to use cheat codes if it's to fix bugs, which is all I'm doing. So we should pop right back in camp, but now... oh, it's not working. Okay, hold on. Couldn't be that easy, could it? Okay. Let me just look again. Make sure I did it exactly right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure this is annoying, but it's a bug. It bothers me. Wait a minute. It's gone. My edit's gone. Oh, I know what's happening. Hold on. So, it's synced now So now I need to add the line. So I can save a little time because it's almost identical to this, except instead of 3D acceleration, it's debug mode. Now save. Now launch. Now let's hope it worked. I might have to disable syncing temporarily. Boom! No, we got it. Alright. So now we can bring back Khalid. C. Create creature. Open paren, quote, Khalid 7. Close quote, close paren. And there he is. Fabulous.
Set a booby trap.
Fine.
Yes? Well, what do you need from me?
You seem anxious, Khalid. Is there something you wanted to ask me? Is it that obvious? I have a favor to ask of you. Jahira and I told everyone we came north to rest. We were actually here on Harper business. Even so, I hoped we'd have some time to ourselves. You've certainly earned it. Our anniversary approaches. I want to give Jahira a gift. One that shows her how much she means to me. Could you find me silk from a giant spider? Spider silk isn't very romantic. When Jahira and I met, I'd never left the city before. Never been out in the wilderness. Jahira was horrified how little I knew of nature. She showed me how to follow animal tracks, identify plants. She showed me a trick for curing spider silk. If I can get some, I can turn it into a beautiful sparkling thread to weave her a necklace from. Alright, that doesn't sound nearly as terrible as it did at first. I'll try to track some down for you.
Thank you, my friend. We have to take the opportunity to show our affection when we can. None of us will live forever.
There we go. I should bring Khalid some giant spider silk. Alright, well, we have fixed our known bug, and we don't even have to deal with Khalid trying to join. I'm probably going to try to send him to the camp, because his quest... We can only do the first step of the quest in Chapter 9. It continues into Chapter 10, but... So let's go to the Forest of Worms. We may run into some respawns, but this shouldn't be too bad. We can duck into the spider lair and get some silk, now that we have the quest active.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I know.
Peter, try to keep up.
It really shouldn't be hard to find silk. Here we go. The party has gained an item, spider silk. This silvery gray webbing is from a giant spider.
Yes?
Alright, let's go back to Bridgefort. Quick and easy.
Try to keep up.
Oh. We have enemies. I didn't even notice. White boar.
What has fallen?
I think these are easy. We'll obviously find out, but oh yeah, they're easy. Good.
Victory shall be ours!
Hey, dude. Good to see you. Things are good here. We had to...
Stings, doesn't it, Evil?
Your life is mine!
We had to turn on cheat codes to get around what turned out to be a known and well-documented glitch. But, as I always do, we overcame. So, I'll catch you up real quick. So here on the Bridgefort map, which is where we left last time, there was actually a big fight right here with some more Crusaders that we won. And then as we crossed the bridge, you might remember the game made a big deal out of foreshadowing that the bridge is where Baal was killed by Cyric. And when we got here, and we'll cross it and I'll show it to you in more detail, but you can already kind of see something on the map. When we got here, our protag passed out, had a vision of Cyric killing Baal, and when he woke up, he had burned a sigil of Baal into the bridge around, like Protag woke up in the center of this sigil that wasn't there before. And then Irenicus showed up and gave us his usual spiel about how we're behaving with entirely too much compassion and weakness, and we need to embrace the strength that flows within our veins. And it was cool, because I always love Irenicus. And then, Khalid has a quest, and Khalid had just vanished. Like, it wasn't even like he died. There wasn't a corpse. He didn't die in the battle. He was just gone. And so I went to the Beamdog forums, and it turns out Khalid vanishing after the Battle of Bridgefort is a well-known, well-documented bug. So, because it was a bug, I felt fine about turning on cheats to respawn him, which I did. So now I'm doing his quest, and then we're going to kick off Chapter 10. Hi, cousins! Oh, you're not caught up on the game progress. Oh, well, it's really, really good to see you. Where did you leave off? I guess you've got two options. You can bail and watch the VODs, or you can tell me where you left off, and I can kind of narrate what happened to catch you up to where we are now. What do you prefer? Would I happen to remember this endgame bug? You killed Kerenchkin before finding Delacroix's body, and now you can't go past the barrier. Are you sure you killed Kerenchkin? Did you kill the floaty thing? Because you got to find the brainstem. You killed the brainstem and the floaty thing. No, see, killing the floaty thing doesn't work. You gotta kill the brainstem first. The floaty thing is just a projection that regenerates. I'm not gonna tell you where it is. That would be spoiling. But yeah, no, that class of enemy, Kerenchkin's the first one. You fight like half a dozen of them through the entire game, maybe, but those are called Psy Reavers, and there's a brainstem that just kind of exists and is super, super vulnerable that you have to find and kill. Because if you kill the actual floating Psy projection before you kill the brainstem just spawns another one. So, you have not killed Kerenchkin yet.
If I must.
Oh wait, I gotta visit Khalid first. He's in the camp zone. No, that's not a bug. But you notice I immediately ask, did you really kill Kerenchkin?
Yes? Well, what do you need from me?
I found the spider silk you were looking for, Khalid. Oh, really? I wasn't sure you'd... I mean, looking back now, it seems like a silly request. You wanted to give Jaheira a token of affection. I find that admirable. Yeah, and dude, I'm not just like, there's an audio log somewhere about the Psy Reavers, and the fact that you have to find the brainstem. So, that, like, it's in the game, like System Shock style, not easy to find, but there's an audio log that tells you that the Psy Reavers are kind of two things, and that you have to kill the brainstem to really kill them. Cousins, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you have to go. I get it. You don't want to get spoiled. You want to catch up on the game. But thanks for stopping in and saying hello. And I hope we'll see you again soon. I'm streaming 4 days in a row. I'm on today, I'm on tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. The times listed on the channel should actually be pretty accurate. And then, I mentioned this in the Discord, but I'm going on vacation on starting Monday, and I won't be back until the following Thursday. So I'm streaming 4 days in a row, but then we're off 10 days. So I hope you can catch one of the next few. If not, I'll catch you at the end of my vacation. Either way, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great night. Now back to the game. Oh, really? I wasn't sure you'd... I mean, looking back now, it seems like a silly request. You wanted to give Jaheira a token of affection. I find that admirable. Well, thank you. I'll take the silk, but I don't think I'll make a necklace after all. You've got the silk now. Why not make the necklace?
No. More important things need doing right now. I thank you, my friend, but I must focus on the matters at hand.
Oh, thank you for the compliment on my voice performance. This will probably come as a shock to all of you. I didn't have a stutter, but or any kind of active speech impediment, but I know that, like, particularly on stream, but in life in general, I'm an attorney. I really kind of at least present myself as very rhetorically confident, as it were. Sure of myself, know what to say it with gusto. That's a learned behavior. Right until my sophomore year of high school, like, I barely spoke to anyone. I was super introverted, super shy. Like, debate saved my life. And I learned to basically, like, perform and act and project confidence and engage and all that kind of stuff. Those traits that I like to think I demonstrate now. But those are all learned through great effort. So, while I didn't actually have a stutter, I can kind of channel back to that nervousness of my early life and put that into the performance. So, I'm glad it comes across well. Khalid changed his mind, deciding to focus on the battle at hand instead of anniversary gifts. Did I do something wrong?
Try to keep up.
Well, what do you need from me?
I think you should. It's a nice idea.
No.
Okay.
More important things need doing right now.
No, that's how it has to be.
I thank you, my friend, but I must focus on the matters at hand.
Alright, well, I don't actually want to recruit him, but I'd like him to go to the camp, so let's see what happens.
Yes? Well, what do you need from me?
Your company and your counsel, if you're willing to let me have them. Of course I will join you. My sword is yours.
Can I help you? What would you have me do?
Return to the camp, Khalid. You can do more good there than with me for the moment. I cannot. I will not leave Jaheira. I could not stand to be parted from her again. I see. If you won't be parted, then I guess you'll both have to stay with me. As long as we are together, that is all that matters. So I guess I'll chunk him after the quest, and in the meantime, I'll have Dorn wait in camp. I kind of thought I'd have to do that anyway. So let me look things over, because I am pretty sure Khalid has a longsword proficiency, so he'll do alright in combat. I can have Protag take over as party leader again for that aspect. But you for now, pass your gear off. I'm gonna very begrudgingly give it to Khalid. And then once we finish his quest, I will just chunk him so I can have Jaheira without him. And then we'll be back to you, my boy, Dorn.
Beatarek, is this some sort of jest? If it is, then know that I am not amused.
This is no joke, Dorn. Return to the camp now. If I have need of you again, I will contact you there. Only a fool would cast his most valuable asset aside. I have no use for fools. I would tell you to farewell, Travis, but without my assistance, your doom is all but assured. Hold on, because now I need to make sure he actually went back to camp, so... Give me a minute before I save on this. Going anywhere nice? Yes, actually. A place that has been very near and dear to me since my childhood. My great-grandmother, on my dad's side, owned 2 lakeside cottages in Holland, Michigan. So, like right on the beach at Lake Michigan. And they've stayed in the family. My grandparents, on my dad's side, both of whom are pretty miraculously, they're late 80s, still alive, currently own them. But just everyone in the clan has, particularly when they're kids, but kind of ongoing, spends tons of time at these cabins. And so some of my cousins are bringing their kids, and I say kids, their kids are in high school, so like it's a group of adults and quasi-adults. But some of my cousins were planning a trip there, and they heard about the divorce and realized I might need to get away, and so they invited me along, for which I am going to be very grateful to them, probably forever. But yeah, so I'm going to Holland, Michigan, to a couple of lakefront cottages that have been very dear to me since I was a very little kid, to hang out with my cousins and spend time at the beach and play badminton and all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. All right, I just need to make sure that Dorn is actually in camp.
Dorn and Dorn.
Some people get stuck with that and don't realize it's just another thing you grind out. Well, no, exactly. Like, I would have gotten stuck, probably, if I hadn't happened to sign up for speech and debate my sophomore year. Like, speech and debate. Oh, good. Dorn is in camp. I mean, it's not even close to an exaggeration to say that speech and debate totally changed my life. In an unambiguously good way. Now let's wait for our party to get here. Lone Wonder, I'm not leaving until you're stuck with me a little longer. I mean, it's nice of you to wish me a great time now, but you're gonna see more of me. I'm not leaving till Monday. I'm streaming the next 3 days, and you better be there. But it is really amazing, and has a lot of very obvious sentimental value on top of everything else. Let's see, I am pretty sure Khalid has longsword proficiency. Let's find out. Let's give these worthless-ass potions to Safana. I do want your Arrows of Fire +2. Well, he comes with some not horrible gear. But we're going to do much better. Oh, he has a Helm of Defense? Just rolling with it? That's actually way better than the Helm of the Noble. We're gonna put the Helm of the Noble in Safana's bag of holding until we get Dorn back. Arrow +2. Medium shield +1. That'll go in the bag of holding. Relaire's Mistake, Cloak of the Wolf. Polymorph into a wolf at will. Duration 2 turns. A great amount of irony surrounds the creation of this magical cloak. Relaire was a mage who overestimated the amount of control he had over magic, and in the course of creating this garment, he apparently inflicted lycanthropy upon himself. The wearer can change form whenever he wishes. Relaire was not so lucky. I don't much care about boosting Khalid's charisma. He's certainly not going to take over as a party leader. We'll sell Relaire's Mistake. We'll go ahead and perma-haste him. We'll ditch his stupid little Ring of the Princes. Give him a well, not that substantial, but we will give him an armor upgrade. But see, he's just got such low strength for a fighter. That's why I think he's so shitty, but whatever. We gotta use him till his quest is over. I can't just go ahead and chunk him. Oh, and he's got a Girdle of Bluntness. Well, we'll gladly pass that to Dorn when the time comes. Let me think. Well, let's level you up. I can make him, like, ultra super duper proficient in longswords. Which I guess is cool. So, where do you slot in? Let me quickly compare your defensive stats. Armor class is -7, and you have 103 hit points. Compared to Minsk at a -2. Safana at -3, and Vicky at -6. So you actually are better protected than Vicky, so I will make you one of the front 3. We'll roll like this until Khalid's quest is over, and then get Dorn back. Alright. You found the brain! Very nicely done. And I am glad to confirm for you that it wasn't a bug. Now you've actually killed Kerenchkin. Good stuff, huh? Oh, we can travel directly to the Coalition camp. Well, shoot, let's just do that.
Signs of the Crusade's recent presence can be seen on the road to Dragonspear Castle, but the Shining Lady's actual servants are rarely encountered. The few Crusaders you spy in the distance invariably retreat at the first opportunity. As the march wears on, fatigue grips your company, tempers flare within the caravan. Your reputation as the hero of Baldur's Gate protects you from petty squabbles and angry outbursts. Or perhaps, after what happened on Boriskir Bridge, there is another reason few are willing to cross you. These thoughts are put aside when you see the banners of Waterdeep, Daggerford, and the Flaming Fist at the edge of the Coalition siege camp. Dragonspear Castle is near, and so is Kalar's day of reckoning.
Fucking right.
Why does he still refuse me? How can he deny the righteousness of our cause?
We speak of a child of Baal.
And yet the Baalspawn is the hero of Baldur's Gate, and by all accounts saved the Sword Coast from ruin during the Iron Crisis.
You cannot ask me to show mercy to this abomination, not after what happened to my brother.
For the good of the Crusade, you must. We cannot take the Baalspawn's life.
Forgive me, my lady. I do not know if I can do that.
You can. I have faith in you, Ashatil. For us, forgiveness must prevail over revenge.
Well, that's very interesting. The Bridgefort siege has ended thanks to me and my companions.
Finally, you're here.
Marshal Netterlock. Good night to you, sir. I'm Travis.
I'm Kirill Netterlock, Marshal of the Burnstone Cadre. I command the Flaming Fist contingent of the Dragonspear campaign.
Good to meet you, Marshal. I'm sure you and your people haven't had it easy these past weeks. I hope our arrival will turn the tide somewhat.
Enough bootlicking. This idiot owes you his thanks, not the other way around.
Thanks, Vicky. I love you, girl.
I should warn you, don't expect a warm reception here. Word of what happened at Borskir Bridge spread like wildfire. Many in this camp, too many, see you as Saravok's heir apparent.
Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? I only risked my life to save the entire Sword Coast from his diabolical machinations.
If anyone gives you trouble, report it to me. I'll take care of it. Go get settled in now. After you've done that, come see me and the other city commanders at the large tent south of here.
Everyone should be bootlicking Protag. Oh, wow. I brought quite the contingent with me. All those people coming into camp. Alright, well.
A simple task.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I only have Protag selected. Oh, don't do this shit with all the random NPCs just constantly spawning. I don't know who thought that was a good design decision, but it wasn't. Sergeant
We're
Wilch.
few, but fierce.
Be careful if you leave camp. The woods are dangerous. Waterdavian soldiers. We got Glint, who we've spoken to before. Corwin, I don't care about. We got Helvdar. Arrows and bolts +1. Those will become gold soon enough. It's 4:15. I guess 4:25 now. That was 10 minutes ago, so you're 7 hours ahead of me. I don't even think I realized that you were... I probably did. We probably had this conversation, but you're in the UK. If you're 7 hours ahead of me, isn't that right? Yeah, we don't need to talk to Corwin. I will talk to Belagarm, because I've got some stuff to sell.
So many Flaming Fist officers around. They bring back unpleasant memories.
Remembering the time we met?
Yes. The mercenary dog hunted me for days before I encountered you. I'm fortunate you took an interest in my fate.
You didn't deserve to be hunted like that. I'm glad I was able to help.
If I'd not met you, I would have found some other way to survive. I'm used to holding on to my life with both hands.
I don't doubt it. You're one of the most tenacious women I know.
I appreciate the sentiment. Shall we press on?
Yeah, it's doing the fucking crowd thing it did in Chapter 7.
I have many fine wares.
Belagarm won't have anything new, but I can sell him the shit I just found. Don't accidentally sell the Helm of the Noble. We need that for Dorn. Relaire's Mistake is a really interesting choice for them to give Khalid. Not sure why they did that. As you may recall, we found that item in the in Tales of the Sword Coast on the Werewolf Island.
What now, I wonder?
And I didn't really think it was worth anything, so I left it alone.
Where to now?
Kind of a weird choice to give Khalid.
Done and done.
But whatever. Malden Coal. Well, just... I feel like this is going to be something real, but I'll talk to him. I'll save and
The
talk
fair
to him.
folk rarely have time for small talk.
What is it? Nothing. Carry on. Alright, he's clearly going to factor into a quest we find later. In the meantime, let's go visit Thayerd. I would like to rest and make it daytime. So I guess let me ask you this, little wonder. I'm just curious, and I'm sorry to pause the game to chat, but I'm interested. Where in the UK are you? Because you know, or you may recall, Tiff and I took a trip to the UK last fall before, you know, everything went permanently sour, and I spent a couple of days in London and a couple of days in Edinburgh, but the bulk of the trip was really focused on the Scottish Highlands, and I absolutely fell in love. Like, maybe I was kind of pre-programmed because I knew that's where my ancestors are from, but I really want to find my way back there. I felt like my soul was at home on the Isle of Skye, and I loved the rest of the UK too. South Coast. So that would be England, London-ish, maybe a little further south, right? Vigilant Halasan. These all have names. Oh, okay. We can't talk to them. They're just doing drills. That's fine. Gold! Straight up.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
I'd like to rest. Oh, we're gonna have a dream. New chapter.
The queen does not relent. You must surrender the crown, she says, or the worst will come.
Does she have to give up the crown? Why can't she just stay a princess?
Duty. Duty compels us, above all else.
What the hell is Irenicus gonna say to me here?
Do you see? Do you understand now?
Wait, I forgot to do it on the Borsker Bridge cutscene, but I said I'm always going to do my very best PogChamp whenever Irenicus shows up, so here we go.
My duty is done. The consequences are all that remain.
I don't actually know where the Isle of Wight is.
Understanding is not required. You are compelled. Let us try this one more time.
Oh, they put the Slayer in. Okay, so they're just running their drills. I don't care about that. Okay. Oh, Jag is here. Command tent, party encampment, my gear, Mizena, Wazab, exit. Alright, let's go over here, because I already saw Helvdar.
Done. Yes.
And he kicks off a quest if we speak to him. Yeah, there he is.
Oh! Who goes there?
It's just me, Travis.
Sorry. A little drink yesterday evening turned into a lot of drinks early this morning.
I'm mad after my own heart.
I'm not in the best shape right now.
You look to me like someone dealing with more than a hangover. Is something wrong?
Aye, but I don't want to waste your time with my sorrows. I know you're an important person.
You can tell me. What is it?
It's... this is gonna sound so... hells. It's me lucky charm. A pebble from Mithril Hall. I lost it somewhere on the March air.
Soldiers often carry such tokens. Trinkets they believe grant them good fortune.
I've had the most terrible luck since I realized it was gone. I lost at cards. Spilled a full mug of ale in my beard. Probably die in battle now the way things are going.
Slow down there. It's skill that sees you through battle, not luck.
It's just so... Wait. The other thing that went wrong is I got a hole in one of me boots. My patron god is Marthamer Dooin. His symbol is a boot with a mace against it. Maybe if I get some fancy new boots, my luck will change back.
It's a bit of a stretch, but I'll go with it.
I'm telling you, this'll do it. I just need some good leather, and then maybe that quartermaster Belagarm will order some made for me. Could you help me out? I heard a bear's been sighted around Dead Man's Pass, but I can't leave my post. Bring the bear's hide to Belagarm and get me some new boots.
If it will make you feel better, I'll get you the boots.
I know you're an important person with lots of things to do, but if you manage this, you'll have a loyal friend forever.
I need to hunt a bear in
Perhaps
Dead
this
Man's
group needs
Pass.
not quite as much help as I thought.
And apparently, as I scroll through my research, since I'm actually playing this blind, we can do something with these trainees over here.
What a bunch of pathetic babies! I've never seen a worse lot in my entire career!
Troubles, Vigilant? You said it. They're a Daggerford detail, not used to the experience and discipline we get in Waterdeep. Will you be able to whip them into shape? I'm doing my best, but I've other duties to attend to. This lot might have to get by on their own. I'd love to send them back to Daggerford, but we need every soldier we can get, even ones as useless as these. Let me take a run at them. I'll show them real discipline.
You're the hero of Baldur's Gate. Why not? Come talk to me when you finish drilling them and we'll see how you did. Dismissed.
I should talk to each recruit and then report back to Vigilant Halasan. Okay. Okay. So, in order to do this, we need specific people in our party. I already chunked Dinah here, so we need to go to the party encampment. To properly train Gerald, we need Edwin in the party. Good thing he's available. Wow.
Under normal circumstances, I would never say this, but I could use some help.
Coming from you, that is rather an astonishing admission.
It's wit like that that makes me so happy to travel with you. In the last couple of days, I dipped my fingers into a few pockets. One held a bag of junk and this notebook. It contains details of the camp defenses, commander names, and bits of conversation. Only a spy would make these kind of notes. We have a traitor in our midst.
Mm-hmm. And the traitor is?
That's the problem. While I was working, I wasn't paying attention to faces. It could have come from a few different people.
This is interesting. I guess this is Safana's quest. What were the other items in the bag?
There was the notebook, of course. A potion, a candle, and this sheet of paper covered in runes of some sort.
What kind of potion?
Do I look like an alchemist to you? It might be a healing potion, but it's in a weird bottle. Maybe the traitor purchased it in camp.
Tell me again what was in the bag.
There was the notebook, of course. A potion, a candle, and this sheet of paper covered in runes of some sort.
Describe this candle for me.
It's not your average tallow stick. Gold leaf is pressed into the side, and it's quite heavy. There's nothing else special about it. Maybe a priest could tell us more. There was the notebook, of course. A potion, a candle, and this sheet of paper covered in runes of some sort.
Runes?
It looks like the page was torn out of a book. I can make no sense of the runes.
No sign of the book it might have come from, though? I can't be sure, but this looks like military code to me. The page might be from a cipher book used to translate military intelligence messages.
All I know is it came from someone's pocket.
Can you tell me nothing of the people you robbed, Safana?
Robbed is such a loaded term. I prefer to think of it as easing friends' physical burden. As to the question, they were all soldiers, I think.
That's all the information I need. Let's ask around and try to figure out the traitor's identity.
Don't let me down. Hey there, sweetheart. How's it going?
I should talk to people around camp and ask about the candle, potion bottle, and page of runes. It's going well. There's a lot to carry on my shoulders, but I'll manage.
Since you replied to me, I can only assume that means you got my present. Before you show me, though, I need to know something. I'm a one-man woman. Are you a one-woman man?
Sorry, I'm going for Viconia.
And what? You thought you'd just string me along? Not gonna happen, champ. I'm not the girl for you.
Sorry, Safana. I like bitchy, domineering drow. What can I say? Anyway, we got our... Well, that actually resolved itself pretty nicely. I got to just make a choice. Straight up. And the Safana thing, no harm, no foul. Okay. So I was looking for Edwin. He ought to be here at my party's camp. And there he is. Perfection. Alright. We need to very temporarily boot Minsk to bring him in.
I do not like the way our allies look at me.
Aye? What is this? You do not want Minsk's sword in your service? You know Boo will not remain with you if I leave, yes?
I need you to stay here for a while, Minsk. Can you do that? I will do this thing. Come here, Edwin.
You disturb my meditations. I hope you have a good reason to do so.
Forgive me, Edwin, I didn't realize. I was hoping you'd consider accompanying me for a time. You think yourself worthy of the great Odessivon's company, do you? Well, it would be a step up from these other simians, I suppose. Very well. I shall join you. Alright. So with Edwin on board, we can...
I would have a word with you.
I know what you're going to say, Edwin. We spend too much time living up to the expectations of others and not enough in service to our own goals. You are perceptive, Travis. Far more perceptive than these other monkeys. What you say is true. I mislike the path our little band is walking. The glory of Fae and I mean our power. These are the things that matter. You neglect them. Do not think that has gone unnoticed. I will not tolerate it much longer. Yeah, he wants us to be evil. There's no real need for that, but... You can use Edwin or Dinah here for this, but you need one of them.
You gutless worm, what gives you the right to tell me what to do with my men?
General Stonehand. Oh boy, we triggered something else.
You mean your 50 men? Why, my 350 men, of course.
Torsen Delancey.
A tenth of Daggerford's population, Delancey. 1 in 10. That's what I've brought to this effort.
And it is appreciated. But Baldur's Gate, and especially Waterdeep, have provided the majority of troops here. I'll not risk them needlessly.
Whoa, there's a lot happening here. Here we go. Can I be of assistance here?
And who, pray tell, are you?
General Hayther Stonehand, Torsen Cedric Delancey, allow me to present the hero of Baldur's Gate.
Oh, aye. So what was that business on Boroskir Bridge about? You know how many of our people worship Lathander, Tempest? And you burned the dead lord of bloody murder Baal symbol into the ground where he died. Great, that's sure to boost morale.
Hayther, please. Show a little decorum. The reinforcements you've brought are a welcome and much-needed asset. Your presence is problematic. Many are disturbed by tales of Boroskir Bridge. It would be best if you were away from the camp for a time.
Considering what I endured to reach this place, this isn't exactly the welcome I'd hoped for.
Everyone has a part to play here. The hero vanquished Sarevok. If they can do the same to Kalar, it's to everyone's advantage.
If we've any hope of defeating the Crusade, troop morale must be maintained. Your presence works against that. As it happens, there's a matter that requires attention a ways from here. Word has gotten round that Kalar's forces are receiving supplies via caverns beneath Dragonspear Castle. We have a rough idea where the entrance is, beyond Dead Man's Pass, as the locals like to call it.
That's assuming the information we have is accurate. Torture usually gets you answers, but it doesn't always get you the truth.
Torture? Tell me this isn't true. Are we so afraid of Kalar Argent? Are our principles truly so weak that we stoop to such vile deeds?
I'd stoop lower than that if it meant saving the life of a single soldier under my command.
A hollow excuse, and an unnecessary one. You have information regarding the Crusade. Tell me what it is and what you would have me do with it.
We have reason to believe Kalar Argent's top advisor, a priest named Heffernan, is quartered in Dragonspear's basement. We know very little of Heffernan, other than he apparently has Kalar's ear.
We do know that a series of caverns runs beneath the castle. We believe Kalar is channeling supplies through the tunnels rather than attempting to break our perimeter. So there is a way into the castle from below.
You would have me find these caverns and enter Dragonspear to learn more of Heffernan and Kalar's plans.
Or just kill him. That would also be an acceptable result.
If Heffernan crosses my path, he'll not live to cross another's.
That is what needs doing. Will you do it?
I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't unsettled, knowing how you came by your intelligence. But the Shining Lady is the greater danger. She must be dealt with. I will do as you ask. Good. We'll be about your business then.
Just so we're clear, our resources are limited, and our focus must be on containing the castle. If you should get into trouble outside this camp, you'll be on your own. We simply don't have the personnel for a rescue party, no matter how valuable the person captured may be. Before you leave, there's a tent near the camp entrance that belongs to a dwarf named Fossey Dugdeep. Go see her She's been working on something you might find useful as you explore the underground river beneath Dragonspear.
Alrighty. Well, there we go. Now let's get back to the recruits. So, you need different people in your party to adequately train all 6 of them. Oh, Khalid. I'm sorry to bother you again, my friend. What is it, Khalid? You have to understand something about Jaheira. She always knows what she wants and how to get it. That intimidated me when we first met. I fell in love with her. I worshipped her. But I couldn't bring myself to say anything. What could I offer such a woman? There are few things harder than loving someone who doesn't feel the same way. One day I learned she'd been wounded on a mission. The healer tried to keep me out of the Harper safe house. I knocked him over and rushed in to see her. I blurted out everything, told her how I really felt, and she said she felt the same about me. She's a hard person to read at times. I wasn't sure she'd like the necklace. I'm still not. But it's better to take a chance than hide my feelings. That is a good way to look at things. I've started work on the necklace. All I need now is a precious stone to set in it. Jaheira's favorite is aquamarine. I'll find an aquamarine for you, friend.
You are a good friend. Thank you.
I need to find an aquamarine for Khalid. I'm pretty sure Belagarm has one, but that's not my priority right now. I'm almost certain I sold him one. Alright, Geralt. Here we go. We've got Edwin in the party. Hell,
You. Again.
Why don't I have Edwin talk to Geralt directly?
Yes, I see.
Good day, sir. You seem nervous, soldier. Let's fix that right now, then. Attack a fellow recruit and show me what you've got. Yes, sir. Slash, jab, parry and thrust. Slash, jab, parry and thrust. Well, sir, how did I do? Edwin, can you offer Geralt any advice? It's obvious this weakling is no soldier. I've eaten chickens with thicker legs than his. He seems moderately intelligent, though. Get him into mage training. He may be of use someday. I've always liked to study, but never considered wizardry. Thank you. I'll visit the mages at once. Once I train all 6 recruits, I should speak to Vigilant.
What now, I wonder?
Alright, now we need to go boot Edwin. I either need Glint or McKinn.
Of course, yeah.
Where are they anyway? They're down here. I wouldn't say a lot. There's going to be a degree of party juggling.
Is it true that you sailed on a pirate ship?
Now, Khalid, does that sound like something I would do?
I'm from
There's
Kalimshan,
McKinn.
too. I've heard stories of the Exus. Most were about ruthless attacks and insatiable greed.
I mean, it's. I'm circling back a little bit because it's still in my mind, but it's very silly to flirt with Safana in this expansion if you're familiar with BG2, because you know she goes back to Koran and tries to kill you in the sequel. So why would you do that when you can chase the beautiful drow? Alright, let's go get McKinn. We'll boot Edwin, we don't need him anymore.
What?
I wanted to ask if you'd be willing to join me, McKinn. You are like no other goblin I've ever encountered. I would know more of you if you're comfortable with that. Probably safer with you than alone. I'll go with you as long as you'll have me. Bye, Edwin.
I don't like the way this group is turning out. Better leadership might help.
Flattery will get you everywhere, darling.
We took a 2-point reputation hit. Guess we'll level her up. Doesn't really matter. Shaman, huh? Short bow, quarterstaff, and axe. It doesn't really matter. I'm not actually going to use her, but I don't have a spear user. So let's give her a proficiency point in that. Pre-scroll level 2. We can do with what's available. I want to do resist fire and cold. Level 3. Ooh, cure disease is neat. Let's do that. I don't think anyone else has it. Level 4. Let's do. I mean, I'm never gonna fucking use her, so it doesn't really matter, but. Oh, she can cast chaotic commands, though. There we go. Alright, yay, McKin.
What is it now? You would have me leave you? Me? Edwin Odessaron? You would do well to check your senses. To ask such a thing, they must surely have taken their leave of you.
My senses may have left me, 'tis true. Even as I must leave you here, bide a time, I will return for you in due course. I am in need of a respite anyway. I shall await you here. Alright. So now with McKin on board.
Your companionship is not so grating as I feared.
A simple task.
Is this the start of a lot of party juggling?
You don't want to upset a pretty lady, do you? Then shape up.
Alright. Let's talk to Tyeld.
The fair folk rarely have time for small talk.
Good morning, sir. Alright, soldier, enough small talk. Take on one of your fellow recruits and I'll advise you on your technique. Right away. How am I doing, sir? What do you think, Jaheira? I have never been a soldier, but I know what it is to be different. I was raised by druids, not by my parents, and often felt alone. I admit I felt somewhat alienated. It's hard to feel part of the team when I'm so obviously different. Everyone has a reason to feel alone. We each make our own paths and fight our own causes. You must find the strength within to endure, as do we all. You're right, we all care about our duty. I'll try to be more a part of the team from now on. Okay. Danine is next.
You are welcome in our sight.
Greetings, sir. Let's get to it, Private. Attack one of your companions while I evaluate your technique. This one we need Safana, who we obviously have. And stab, and dodge to the right, and stab again. What do you think, sir? You're tentative in your attacks, and you move around too much. Try weaving in place instead of skipping, and strike more forcefully. How's this? I think I like this method. You're much better. Keep practicing and you'll do fine. Yes, sir. Well, that one didn't even work right, but that's okay. Okay, Clovista is the one that we need McKin for.
Oh, it's a fine day for meeting new friends.
Let's get to it. Ready to go, sir. That's the attitude I like to see, soldier. Show that recruit over there what you've got.
Yes, a simple task.
2 stabs in the thighs, 1 in the stomach, and wait for him to fall. How is that, sir? What do you think, McKinn?
Don't try to fight like a big one. Hitting up wears you out.
I do tire pretty quickly during drills. I thought I just needed more training.
Learn to fight right today. Less to unlearn later.
That makes a lot of sense. I'll start practicing right away. Okay. Now we can ditch McKinn.
What now, I wonder?
I actually need to bring in Dorn for a moment. So we'll do that next. Cousins, you're back! Wonderful. I'll probably go about 2 more hours, so... Poor impulse control. You could call it that. I welcome your presence, friend. It's good to have you. Alright, let's grab Dorn.
The hero of Baldur's Gate deigns to speak with me. I am honored.
Then you should be doubly honored when I invite you to join my party. You think highly of yourself, perhaps too highly, but I will join you for now. Bye, McKinn.
Do you seek to see me imprisoned or killed? Keep our profiles more discreet, then.
You want me to go?
I'd like you to stay here for the time being. I'll come back for you. I'll do it. Don't like it, though. Alright, back up here again. We need Dorn in the group to talk to Morlis.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Should have to wait for the whole group to get here. The graphics are wildly better than on YouTube. Well, that's a timing thing, because when I export the VOD from Twitch to YouTube, YouTube gradually processes it, and it posts the video, I think, when it hits 240p, and then some time passes and you get 360, and some time passes and you get 480, and some time passes and you get 720. So if you've been watching like really recent ones, the graphics will be shitty. If you watch them later, YouTube will process them up to higher resolutions. So that's what's happening. But let's talk to, now that we've got Dorn in the party, let's talk to Morlis. You are welcome. I understand you'll be training me. That's right. Let's see what you can do, soldier. Attack one of your comrades. How was that? Whoa, slow down there, soldier. You're out of control. Sorry, sir, I got a little carried away. If you can control and focus that energy, you'll be deadly on the battlefield. Let me show you some techniques. Hold your sword like this. How's this? That felt better to me. What do you think? Interesting. So I guess I don't know exactly what the underlying mechanics are, but apparently, like, if Protag is capable of training them, he won't rope in the other characters who can. Much better. Keep practicing, soldier. Yes, sir. Alright. Once I train all 6 recruits, I should speak to Vigilant Halasan. So Hester is the last one. Can be trained using Viconia. So now let's get let's boot Dorn temporarily. We're gonna chunk Khalid once once his quest is done, so we can use Chihiro without him, but we kind of have to use him until then. Dorn's actually in my final party, but
Yes,
for now...
my friend, what can Minsk do for you? Or perhaps it is Boo you wish to speak to.
For now, we're going to boot him and bring back Minsk. I would have you and Boo both join me, if that's agreeable for you. And Boo. What say you, Boo? Should we join Travis? You heard the hamster. My sword is yours. Bye for now, Dorn. You'll be back later.
Yes?
Oh, okay, come on. Let's look at Khalid, shall we? He's a fighter. Can't switch his can't dual class him. He's a half-elf fighter. Just... Well, let me take off the gauntlets of dexterity. Show you what his base is. But a fighter with 15 strength? Are you freaking kidding me? Khalid is horrible. Horrible. No 18s at all. 15 strength, 17 constitution. Khalid's just freaking terrible.
Is this some sort of jest? If it is, then know that I am not amused.
I would have you remain here for a time. If I have need of you, I will seek you out here. Only a fool would cast his most valuable asset aside. I have no use for fools. I would tell you to farewell, Travis, but without my assistance, your doom is all but assured. Minsk, you... I think, despite the HP differential, I think Viconia is actually significantly more defensively viable than Minsk is. Yeah, -6 versus -2. So we'll put Viconia ahead of him in the fray. Oh, does, I haven't read the books, Cousins. Does Protag go for Jaheira in the books? Is that why he's in the way for other reasons? I'm going for Viconia. Look at that face. Ooh. I like her attitude, too. I have a thing for assertive women, what can I say? Alright, Hester is the last one we need to talk to.
You are welcome in my sight.
Ready to go, sir. Just let me at the enemy. I'll kill them all. I like your attitude. Face off against one of the recruits and do your best. Yes, sir. Or which recruit should I attack? It really doesn't matter. Just pick one and hit them. Yes, sir. Would you like me to start with my sword or begin at range with my crossbow? Are you trying to stall, Hester? No, of course not. Viconia, you look like you have something to say.
Everyone fears death, young one. It's the natural state of mortals. Shar teaches that it's foolish to chase hope or plan overmuch for the future. Death comes to all of us in the end. It's what we do in the moment that matters.
So by trying to avoid battle and all that comes with it, I'm missing out on my life now?
Life is loss. In the end, we lose our lives. Accept that truth and move forward.
I'll try. I have trained all 6 recruits, so it's time to speak to Vigilant Halassan.
What a bunch of pathetic babies! I've never seen a worse lot in my entire career!
I finished training the recruits. Let's see how you did.
Incredible. I didn't think it was possible to whip that ragtag unit into shape, but you've done it.
It took some time and patience, but I'm happy with the result.
These louts might actually have my back in battle thanks to you. Here, take this. I don't need it, and you might.
Thank you. If you ever need anything from me or these soldiers, just ask. I finished training the troops and I got magic chainmail. Let's try to identify it without a spell. Can't be done. Usually means it's actually really good. Commander's chainmail +3. Though the dents and dull spots of this chainmail show its use, someone has taken good care of the armor. Patches of bright new links show where the armor has been carefully mended. The lack of ornamentation or gilded patterns on the suit give it an honest look, as if this were the armor of a soldier who served well and honorably. Equipped abilities: Charisma +1. The wearer and any allies within his visual radius are immune to fear and morale failure. That is good. Do I have someone who can use it? The armor class is a little shitty. It's armor class 2. But if I can find somebody to put it on, it makes the entire party immune to fear. The armor class 4. with immunity to poison. Okay, can't be used by a thief. That's too bad. It would have been an upgrade for her. A 1-point hit to armor class in exchange for making the entire party immune to fear. Wait, hold on. Doesn't work there. Oh. A 2-point hit to armor class, but the entire party is now immune to fear. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Armor class is more important. 2 points are, anyway. You know, in the... Like, this is really appealing, but at the end of the day, I do have the Remove Fear spell. The only person it's an armor would be an armor upgrade for can't wear it, so... It's vendor trash. Alright, who's next? We got a chest here. We'll loot that, and then we'll talk to Sibonetta Two-Edged. Ooh.
You want me? Yes, dear.
Not bad. Oh, absolutely, cousins. I'm answering for him, but yes.
Where to now?
You should see his avatar in our Discord, which you should join, by the way.
Did you need something, young one?
What is it you're doing here, if you don't mind my asking?
Consulting on tactical movements and troop deployments. I've been retired for years, but my mind's still sharp.
Clearly. What did you do before you retired? I was a warden in the Waterdeep City Guard. I joined at 18 and served over 30 years. 3 decades. You earned your retirement. Yet here you are, right in the thick of things. Khalid could use it, but it was a 2-point hit to armor class, which that's too much for me for a frontline fighter. It's neat to have the whole party automatically immune to fear, but in the end, I can just have Iconia cast Remove Fear. I've got the spell charge. So, 3 decades. You earned your retirement, yet here you are, right in the thick of things. I don't mind helping plan strategy. I enjoy it, actually. I won't be seeing any action myself, though. My fighting days are well behind me now.
You're the one everyone's talking about. The hero of Baldur's Gate. You've seen many battles. What do you think of war?
As long as men and women strive to control the lives of others, war is inevitable. And the desire to control others is not something I see ending anytime soon. An interesting perspective. Have you heard the expression, know your enemy? Some believe learning all you can about your foe gives you an edge, but I think it's just as important to understand the minds and motivations of those one will fight beside.
Why don't you talk to some of the people in the camp? Find out why they're here, what they're fighting for. Then come tell me if you've learned anything.
Memories of battles past. I should speak to others in camp to learn of their experiences in times of war. Okay. First one is Halasan.
What a bunch of pathetic babies! I've never seen a worse lot in my entire career!
Why did you join the march against the Crusade?
Battle needs to be fought. I'm a soldier. What more is there to it?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Did you want to come here? I volunteered for the assignment. Can't see what difference it makes. Look, this isn't my first campaign. It isn't my second either, or fifth, or 10th. I may only be a vigilant, but I've seen plenty of battles. Why did you ask to be in this one? Because I love my city. If you've been in so many battles, how is it that you haven't been promoted?
You know what commanders do? They move wooden soldiers around on maps. Vigilance? We talk to the troops. We secure provisions and monitor morale. We keep soldiers alive.
Can I ask what you think the battle will be like? Bloody. Trained soldiers against mercenaries and fanatics? It won't be an easy fight. We'll lose a lot of good people. We'll lose fewer thanks to your efforts. Even if every fighter the Coalition has survives, the Crusaders will still die. Some of them, most of them maybe, are good people. Hells, some of them are friends. You have a friend in the enemy camp? Every soldier is someone's friend, someone's child. Oh, we're getting heavy all of a sudden. I mean, that's a completely true statement, but wow. Tristian was my closest friend till I moved to Waterdeep. We kept in touch. His mother wrote me when he joined the Crusade, asked me to find him, to send him home. I can't, though. My people come first. They have to. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to these drills. Dismissed. Once I've talked to a few people about their experiences in battle, I can return to Warden Two-Edged. Let's go talk to Belagarm. He's the next one we need to speak to.
And you're certain it's stable?
Am I certain it's stable? Am I certain it's stable? Am I certain it's stable? I'm certain. Pretty certain. I mean, there's stable and there's stable, you know? Fossey dug deep.
An army marches on its stomach.
Let's sell off our loot first. Just get that little chore done. Everything we've found so far. Which, does it turn out to just be the Commander's chainmail? No, we got a few other goodies. That's what I just did. While we're at it, let's see if he's got... I'm certain at some point I sold him an aquamarine. Boom. Alright. Let's go ahead and give that to Khalid.
Yes? Did you have any luck finding that gem for me?
Oh, there we go. Yes, I have one here. Wonderful. May I have it? If it'll make Jaheira happy? Of course. Here, take it.
Thank you. I'll finish the necklace and present it to Jaheira right away.
Khalid finished Jaheira's necklace.
What dangers will this day bring?
I have many fine wares.
Can I ask you something? Is this your first major military campaign? You do realize I'm the busiest person in this camp, don't you? I have no time for idle chatter. I'll make it quick. I just want to understand everyone's reasons for being here. Fine. I suppose since you're a half-elf, I can spare a few minutes. What do you want to know? Quickly. What made you join this coalition? I've supplied small flaming fist engagements before, and I'm a proud citizen of Baldur's Gate. When they requested I come along, I agreed readily enough. Is this the biggest battle you've ever supplied? By far. The organization it takes to keep this operation running is staggering. I can't imagine how they managed it during the last Dragonspear Wars. You said you were one of the busiest people in camp? You doubt it? Troops need weapons. They need food, fresh water, clothes, warm boots, blankets, and bedrolls. This expedition wouldn't have made it a mile outside of Baldur's Gate without me. Thank you for answering my questions. It's nice to talk about something other than how many bedbugs per roll is considered acceptable. If I had time, I'd tell you about the last Dragonspear War. Fiends spewing forth from the castle, Waterdeep city guard and Flaming Fist fighting shoulder to shoulder. Then a second time the devils poured out, rampaging all the way to Daggerford. I'm a bit of a history buff. Maybe I'll get to help make some on this venture. Now I have to get back to work. Luck to you. Okay. Once I've talked to a few people about their experiences in battle, I can return to Warden Two-Edged. And we have to do something else before we can actually speak to... Before we can wrap up that quest. Let's go down to the southwest corner of the camp where we can chat with Hyreth. Start another quest. Here we have Hyreth, Zera, and Doja.
This is the most fun I've had in weeks.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
Keep your distance, friend. I don't want you catching what I've got. What's the matter? I might be able to help. No. No healing. I am made to suffer. My pain brings me closer to the crying god. You're talking about Ilmater. Ilmater, the broken god, the lord on the rack, the one who endures. Every racking cough brings me closer to my faith. So you truly don't wish to be healed. You wouldn't understand. Only the faithful can comprehend Ilmater's wisdom and the purity that comes with perseverance. Do you understand what he's saying, Viconia?
Ilmater's followers embrace pain and loss. They believe suffering is a means to a greater end. Those who worship Shar know the truth. There is nothing noble in suffering needlessly. This man should accept healing and use his strength in service to his fellow fighters.
You've convinced me, stranger. I must think of the personal good, of the greater good, instead of my personal faith. You may heal me. Let me cast this healing spell, then. I feel better. No, what have I done? Forgive me, Ilmater. Thank you for giving me the correct pronunciation, Vicky. I appreciate it. Your servant has failed you. But you, Travis, you did help me. Take these as thanks. I'll keep the whip, though. After this, I've much to atone for. You go ahead and do that, then. Whatever you need to do, just keep the details to yourself. Any god that believes good help is something for followers to atone for is not worthy of such devotion. It's your choice, of course, but you're making a foolish one. In your name, Ilmater. Ooh, he gave us a rogue stone. I met a priest of Ilmater stricken by sickness and found a way to heal him. A small, shifting, rainbow-colored iridescent gemstone. The fluid shades of color appear almost liquid under normal sunlight. It is truly a beautiful sight to behold. Rogue stones are extremely rare and are used for the gem jump spell, hence one of the most sought-after gems in the realms. Make sure we don't need this for a quest in the expansion. No, we're good. Okay. Damn it. Maybe it's not just a basic Wand of Frost, even though that's... Oh, fuck, I have to rest. Get an Identify charge. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Put these jokers in the gem bag. There we go. Alright, now let's identify the wand. It is just a basic Wand of Frost. What the hell? I should have been able to identify that with my war gear equipped. Oh well, doesn't matter. Next, let's talk.
Why we keep you around is a mystery to me.
Get out of my
Doja.
face unless you want a dagger in your spleen.
You are more than welcome in my sight.
I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. There are many I must tend to. My name is Travis. Is there any way I can help you here? The hero of Baldur's Gate? It's an honor. I've heard many stories about you. I am Theodosia Immartyred, but call me Doja. Everyone else does. I'm a cleric of Ilmater with the unenviable task of running this triage camp. Why do we need a triage camp? The fighting hasn't started yet. Sickness runs rampant in the camp. Dozens have fallen ill. We do what we can to heal them, but it isn't enough. If we can't find a cure for these people, this siege is finished. Have you any knowledge of healing, or companions that might? Examine our patients. Perhaps you'll discover something I cannot. I'll look at the patients and return to you shortly. I can ask nothing more. Come back once you've taken a look at the afflicted. The uncommon cold. I must examine the 3 sick patients and try to determine the cause of their illness. Alright, Zera first. We've got Zera, Zidrand, and Yestamel. Start with Zera first.
Help me!
If I die, tell my children I'll watch over them. Just let me die, I'm ready. They're misnamed. Ugh, so hot. I feel like I'm in the Callum Desert. Try to relax. Faconia here is going to have a look at you. Is going to take a look at you.
I am to nurse surface dwellers now? Fine, if I must. The man is burning up. Ordinary methods will do little against a fever this strong. I know of a salve I can make that might reduce the heat.
Good job, Faconia. The heat. I'm burning. I'm burning. Keep strong, soldier. I'll find a cure for this. Ugh. Once I examine all 3 patients, I can return to Doja. Zidrand is next.
Help me.
I'm going to if you'll stay still long enough for Faconia to examine you, we might be able to do that.
Her symptoms are much more advanced. But why? Ah, her position in the center of camp. Proximity to others with the illness must make it worse.
Ugh, everything's spinning. Keep still. Try to conserve your energy. With luck, I'll soon have a cure. And Yestamel. So much pain. Everything hurts. Try to stay still so Faconia can take a look at you.
This man is in obvious pain, but he's also agitated. He's wasting energy flailing about. We need to get him to calm down. Relax, human. We're going to... Wait! Stop! He's lost control!
Oh, shoot. He turned
This is the end for you.
Oh, wow, he hurt me.
Stings, doesn't it, evil?
Alright, I guess we can return to Doja. Guess I need to rest. Yeah, I mean, I got hurt. If you don't win a Plague Doctor's Mask, you'll be disappointed. Well, we're not going to complete the quest
Keep
now.
your distance, Drow.
You have my greetings, faithful one.
I finished examining all the patients. What did you learn? The afflicted are running high fevers, becoming violent, and becoming sicker when they are in close proximity to one another. Give them herbal salves to reduce their fever, bind them to their cots, and move them farther apart. That will help a great deal. I'll make good use of this information immediately. Ilmater bless you for your aid. Do you have any ideas on where to go from here? None. Viconia, do you have any thoughts? Viconia, have you any thoughts?
The bark of the blackthorn tree might be used to brew a cure, if we can find one soon enough for it to make a difference.
It's not much of a plan, but I've got nothing better. Please hurry, I fear we haven't much time left. I should look for a blackthorn tree in the forest. So we'll have to finish both this and the Warden's quest later. In the meantime... Let's see, we already did the command tent.
I am merely walking a ban. No need for alarm.
You should know I don't trust you. I'm prepared to defend myself.
My
From what?
Stash,
I have no desire to harm you. Our goals are aligned. For the moment.
It's the moment they aren't that worries me.
Savannah, can you pick this lock, darling?
Sweetheart? Right.
Probably not. Protag, can you force it? Or do we have to use the knock charge?
Done and done.
Knock it is. Why was that worthless chest so well protected? A question I often ask in this game. I don't actually like it when you start out with the map filled in, because it's... I mean, it makes sense for a camp, but it makes it difficult to tell if you've already been somewhere. Alright, Nazramu is the first... So, remember Zaviak's Vision Quest and the Spectacles of Spectacle that Savannah is wearing? They have 3 charges to pull an extraplanar creature into the Prime. Nazramu is the first one we've seen that we actually want to burn a charge on. So, let's click on him. This creature is on another plane of existence and cannot hear you. You must use the Spectacles of Spectacle to pull it into your world if you wish to speak to it. Okay. Do it.
What now? Of course. Yeah.
This is not the elemental plane of air? Where am I? The Prime? What have you done to me?
You are on the Prime material plane, yes. I didn't realize you were a sentient being with your own home. But that's wonderful. I've always wanted to see the Prime. It's so solid. I'm glad you like it here. There's much to see and experience.
I am a merchant and often collect items from various planes. Perhaps I could show you some of my wares?
Yes, please.
Ha ha ha! Feast your eyes on these exotic items!
So he has some good stuff. Let's look through all this. Wizard hat. This classic pointed wizard's hat has the wearer's title emblazoned across it in rather gaudy sequins. The wizard's hat makes the wearer much faster, both in casting and on foot. A wizard who runs away from combat lives to run away another day, after all. Casting speed +1, and movement speed +2. Not usable by a fighter. What about a fighter mage? I called forth the Jinn Nazramu from the elemental plane of air. I want to see if I can wear that. Well, first let me see what I've got on. Right, I've got dexterity and weapon speed factor. I can put that on another fighter and make good use of it. I just need to see if Protag can wear this. can. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So who do I want to boost the weapon speed factor for? Probably...
Nature's
servant awaits.
Yes.
I think I'm actually going to ditch the Helm of Baldur. At this point, because I like the Gift of Peace better. Might be better than the Helmet of Dumathoin. Let me think. 3% damage resist, 1 point of Constitution, as opposed to Thaco armor class saving throws. Yeah, no, Helm of Balduran's better than that. So we'll give Minsk the Helm of Balduran, and we'll discard the Helm of Dumathoin. Well, discard, we'll sell it off.
Where to now?
That wizard hat is amazing. Casting speed and even more movement speed. Awesome.
Done and done.
Bracers of the Shuttered Lid. Rumor tells that a remote sect of monks living in deep caverns beneath the spine of the world learned to fight in absolute darkness. The sound of their enemies' movement and breathing were enough for them to accurately target their blows. These bracers put their enemy on an even footing. Thaco +2 immunity to blindness. Only for monks. Well, fuck that. Dervish Crescent +2. Scimitar Wakizashi Ninja Toe. The length of this blade is etched with flames, genies, and whirlwinds. Small glittering particles along its length evoke a sandstorm. The style and quality of the blade indicates it was made in Kalimshan. Movement speed +1, 10% chance per kill that the wielder will be affected by Fire Shield Red, but it's Scimitar Wakizashi Ninja Toe. I don't have anybody who wants that. Cloverleaf. The halfling Tip Eldermaple was noted in his town for never losing at cards. The halfling attributed his good fortune to the blessings of Tyche and lived a long, quiet, and very prosperous life. When Tip finally died at the age of 103, he left his favorite belt to his son, who discovered that the belt buckle had caught a 4-leaf clover at the clasp. Whether Tip had placed the clover there himself, or whether it had simply been stuck there after a tumble down a hill in his youth, no one will ever know. What is known is that Tip's fortune passed down to his son, until the belt was stolen from him by an ogre while he was traveling along the Sword Coast. Kalimshan is way south, so BG1 and this expansion are set on the Sword Coast, right? So if you think of the continent of Faerun on the world of Toril in the Forgotten Realms universe, Sword Coast is kind of, take the Sword Coast as your anchor point, right? If you go north, you get to Waterdeep. If you go further north, you get to Neverwinter. You go even further north than that, you get to the frozen north into Icewind Dale. Back at the Sword Coast, you go south, you find Nashkel on the northern border of Am. Further south to Am, you find the capital city of Ethkatla. You go even further south than that, things heat up, and you get to Kalimshan, which is in a very hot desert on the southern end of the continent. Equipped abilities. Luck. Dumb. Alright, Ring of Free Action. That would actually be useful for Dorn. Just because I've got 2 blank ring slots, remember? So, let's do that. The Ring of Purity. This ring, designed for the hero Zakira, is engraved with holy symbols. When Zakira requested aid from King Strom III, it was the king's royal advisor, the great and powerful Thurgist Karlash Arnostognus, who made this item in the hope that it would aid the hero in her battle against a demon vampire. Zakira survived the encounter, but sadly her triumphal return was met with rather less celebration and rather more grief, as the good king was already dead when she arrived. Zakira laid the holy artifact at the entrance to the king's tomb, and it was there the relic was discovered by wandering thrill-seekers. Armor class +2 versus evil, hit points +10, chant. Only usable by good characters. So I can't put it on Dorn. Let me see. Because I could easily pop... Well, Safana's neutral, so she can't use it either. Fire resist. Illiterate Moron 69 is now following. I like your name a lot. Thank you so much for the follow, friend. It's really good to have you. Welcome in. Okay. The only thing I really think of swapping out for Dorn. So I can give Dorn the Ring of Free Action. I can't take anything off Safana. I can put that on Minsk and put fire resistance on Dorn, and that's actually a pretty good idea. That's what I'm going to do. So I will buy the Ring of Purity. Amulet of Protection +2. Do I have anybody who is wearing a simple Amulet of Protection right now? Yes, I can give Vicky an armor class boost, so we will be buying that. Necklace of Form Stability. Didara of the Altered was a witch of great temper who rewarded the slightest insult with harsh punishment. Often this meant several weeks transformed into some form of wild beast, which of course earned her many enemies. It's recorded that she once fought a mage named Maxil who had previously suffered such a fate. For his return he had prepared this necklace designed to prevent her changing his form, but he could not shield those around him as well. Apparently an impromptu army of farmers turned bears eventually overwhelmed him, save versus polymorph +5. That's not worth it. How does this compare to the originals, in my opinion? I'm still less than halfway through. I'm on chapter... It adds 6 chapters, and I'm on the 3rd. I'm really enjoying it. Like, it feels like... It's a little strange to me that they tacked it on as an expansion to the first game. Story-wise, it makes sense, but in terms of encounters and the difficulty and the scenarios you run into, it feels like playing Baldur's Gate 2, but I'm really, really enjoying it. There's a few places where it lacks polish. There are some buggy quests, but that was true in the original, so I'm not gonna hold it against that from the I'm not gonna hold that against it from the standpoint of comparing. And I'm really enjoying myself so far. I think it's a wonderful addition, especially considering everyone was still alive and they got David Warner to come back and do a bunch more voice work as Irenicus. That's a very large credit to it. Isn't this the Faerun Extended Universe? Yes. Yes, this is the Forgotten Realms. Okay, so I don't need that. Dusty Rose Ioun Stone. Use a helmet to raise your armor class by 1. I don't think I got anybody who wants that over what they've already got. I would rather have the saving throws and resists from the Gift of Peace. Helm of Baldur does that anyway. Yeah, so we're skipping that. Bracers of Defense AC 5. Is that good for anybody? Let's find out. I think those are actually going to be better than what Viconia has right now. Because she's got Gauntlets of Weapon Skill, which are Thaco +1. But Gauntlets of Weapon Expertise are Thaco +1, Damage +2. So I will be buying those. Alright, let's dole out all the gear we just bought. For now, this stuff goes on Khalid until his quest is over and we can chunk him. Yeah, I've heard, I haven't seen any SJW issues at all yet. I heard that people, like, criticize the hell out of it for being too woke. Like, literally all I've seen so far is that there are gay characters, and it has been spoiled for me that Kalar is transgender. Like, that's not any kind of reason to complain about the game. Like, that's just dumb. I have no idea why that would upset people, but whatever. That goes to Vicky, as does that. I can swap those out. That's now vendor trash. Swap that out. That's now vendor trash. Was there anything else? No, I think I got it all. Okay, good. I'm not sure how Khalid got hurt. Oh, well, he didn't get hurt. I guess I can sell this guy. I guess I can sell my vendor trash to this guy. Roguestone, Skydrop Gem, Sunstone Gem, Amulet +1, no scrolls, 1 potion. Still keeping that. Sell all those. Perfection. Quick save. Rest. Well, there's a reason for that. I built my protagonist with Baldur's Gate 2 and Throne of Ball in mind. Well, literally, I'm cheating a little bit. This is my first playthrough, but I'm a very obsessive completionist, so I don't like to miss things. So I checked, and there's no use for the Roguestone in the expansion, and it's not like it's going to carry over to BG2. But I built my protagonist with the sequel in mind. And so there really aren't any worthwhile katanas in the first game, which is why I did Flail and Morningstar to start, because you can find, by the end, you can get the Thresher +2, which I've got in my offhand, and you get Morningstars +2 as well. And then in the expansion, I happen to find a very good Katana +2. And in when it comes sequel time, I like to combine. I like to have my protagonist use Celestial Fury and the Flail of Ages in his 2 hands. So that's why those proficiency choices. And I start with flails because you don't get worthwhile katanas until the sequel. You don't really get worthwhile flails either, but you get better flails in the first game. Okay. We're good with him. Next person to talk to is Wyzab, if I can find him. Proudly emblazoned upon this banner is Baldur's Gate's coat of arms, a mighty ship with blue skies above and darker waters below. Oh hey, there he is, Wyzab.
Your acquaintance I am glad to have made.
Greetings, my lord. In the market for a new weapon, or perhaps a potion. Let me see what you have. You look as though you might be interested in some of my special wares. They are quite out of the ordinary, very difficult to obtain. Those do sound interesting. What do you have? Sadly, I've only a few minor items in stock right now. I sell mundane items, Crusaders, misplaced, as mementos for our own soldiers. I've seen this before. Soldiers taking trophies to commemorate battle. A distasteful practice. We should have no part of this. There are items I want to get my hands on, but they're proving difficult to obtain. Everyone says you can do the impossible. Interested in making some quick coin? Absolutely. What are you looking for?
Look at you getting into the spirit of things. This should be fun.
I'm looking for 5 things. A ring, a battle standard, a token of faith, a map, and a holy symbol. Tell me about the ring. A Crusader commander named Drion wears a signet ring stamped with Kalar's seal. He's notoriously hard to talk to, but maybe you can figure out a way. I have a question about another item. Any particular battle standard? One of the chests in camp reportedly holds a stack of Crusade battle standards. I only need 1. Too many will devalue their worth. I have a question about another item. What's this token of faith? Some new Crusaders have taken to making coins into charms as a show of their faith in the Shining Lady. One of them must carry such an item around. I have a question about another item. Any map? If it were any map, I could get it myself. What I want is a map that charts the Crusade's progress along the Sword Coast, annotated by Kalar herself. It hangs somewhere in the Crusader camp. I have a question about another item. A holy symbol different from the token of faith. Indeed, it's a symbol of Red Knight. Looks like a knight chess piece, but with rubies for eyes. One of the Crusade's clerics wears it. I'll return when I have what you're looking for. Bring me what you can when you can. I'll be here. Wazah, the fence at the Coalition siege camp, will pay good money for 5 items from the Crusader camp.
Soon to go back to the grotto, I am. I miss the tunnels of home.
Wazab also has gear. I don't have a club user, but let's read up on Backwhacker +2. Most thieves favor bladed weapons when striking from the shadows, but not all, whether due to religious convictions, personal preference, or anti-establishment tendencies. Some thieves prefer to backstab their enemies with a blunt instrument. Renders the target unconscious for 2 rounds when a backstab is performed, save versus death negates. Short sword +2, scimitar +2, katana +1, short bow +2, longbow +2, composite longbow +2. What's Minsk's current ranged weapon? The dead shot +2, longbow of marksmanship. Thaco +3, damage +2.
The underground seems safer by far, and gems to find are welcome too.
Thaco +3, damage +4. Well, that is simply better. This longbow is marked with the seal of a sunburst. It probably once was a bow used by guards in the service of the god Alminator. These guards would use the enchanted bows to keep the priests of that long-dead faith safe. Few of these bows still exist, so they are sought after by many archers looking to improve both their accuracy and their lethality. This bow requires a strength of 18 to use. That's fine. I got you, boo. And then a bunch of arrows and crossbows and slings and ammo. Okay. There is something else we might need. Let's look at these. The Knight's Embrace +3. Armor class is 5. A thief from Iriabor who feared being captured by the city guard was known to have favored this armor. She designed the suit so that if she were ever incapacitated in any way, she would be rendered temporarily invisible. The armor did its job, and the thief had a long and successful career in the city. When she retired, she gifted the armor to her younger brother, and it has changed hands many times since then. If the wearer is rendered helpless, he becomes invisible for 1 turn, hide in shadows +20%, armor class 5. No thanks. Studded leather +2. Raconteur's Regalia +2. When the half-elven bard Bellarès left his home in Everesca, his musical tutor gave him this suit of armor as a parting gift. The brightly colored armor looks stylish as it protects, though it wasn't able to keep its original owner from falling prey to hill giants on his travels. On the breastplate of the armor appears a stylized golden heart, a mark of respect to Hanali Selenil. When Bellarès died, a scar appeared on the golden heart that persists to this day. Pickpockets +10%, spellcasting not disabled, only usable by bard. Never mind. Okay, cousins. have a great sleep. Thank you so much for changing your mind and coming and hanging out for a while. It's really, really good to have you catch a stream. I hope you'll come back any of the next 3 days. Like I said, I'm making a point of streaming 4 days in a row before I take a 10-day vacation, so... Ooh, Potions of Master Thievery. Always gotta buy all of thems. Ring of Danger Sense. Just a 25% boost to find traps. My thief already has 100 find traps. It's useless, but let's read the lore. Nizuf's maze was a grand hedge maze created by the archmage Nizuf for his amusement. The maze boasted hundreds of magical traps, most of them extremely lethal. Nizuf posted a reward big enough to buy a kingdom to the man or woman brave enough to enter the maze and reach its core. Thousands tried and died, but one, Oteg Verm, completed the maze, thanks mainly to this ring which let him see where the traps were hidden. Headband of Focus. Only usable by a monk? Nope. But let's read the lore. A worshipper of Nobanian crafted this gold silk headband embroidered with abstract running lions along its length while meditating on the teachings of Lord Firemane. When the headband was complete, the worshipper found that Nobanian had rewarded his fealty by granting the headband the ability to conjure a surge of might within the wearer. And Belt of the Skillful Blade. That sounds neat. Ooh. This will do well for Dorn. We're buying this. A blacksmith in Cormyr is responsible for designing this item. Sayan Keenedge was renowned for designing the sharpest, best balanced, and most beautiful blades in the country. She was also a bit of a hothead and grew furious when she saw less skilled fighters wielding her weapons. For her finest work, she handed out one of these belts free with purchase, in order that her weapons never be mishandled. We don't get the Thaco bonus, but a 10% slashing damage bonus, considering Dorn is using slashing weapons, that's going to go very well for him. Worn Whispers, we know. Boots of Stealth. I've already got a pair of those on Minsk. Soft Feet. These boots were crafted by a young mage who wished to be trained as a shadow dancer, but was turned away for being too loud when he walked. A shadow dancer weaves between the shadows and makes no sound, they said. You move like an elephant climbing a tree. Undeterred, the mage crafted a set of boots that caused his feet to become insubstantial, allowing him to walk with quiet confidence and avoid stepping on nasty substances. Immune to grease and tangle and web? Pretty good, but we've got better. Screaming Bagpipes. Only bard, so no, but let's read the lore. This deep purple set of bagpipes has an odd, furry texture to it. On closer inspection, the bagpipes appear to have been made of the hide of some tentacled creature, with each of its furry purple tentacles becoming one of the instrument's pipes. When played, the bagpipe growls and screeches like a creature in pain. Alright, cool. That's fine. So... Minsk has been upgraded in terms of his ranged weapon. Safana has new potions, and temporarily Khalid, later Dorn, has a belt. Although I think that Girdle of Bluntness is better than Adoy's belt, so we'll sell that off. Keep our potions. Very good. Excellent.
Your acquaintance I am glad to have made.
Now let's sell our junk. Alrighty. Well, those were significant upgrades. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go talk to Fossey Dug Deep now. Although before I do that, I want to just make sure I've looted every container in the map. I have. Are there any NPCs here? Oh, good night, Alex. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. I appreciate it, my friend. Walt! Oh, guys. Guys. I say it every time. If you're not following Walt, go follow the Waltverse. He says he's very new to gaming. I'm not sure I believe that because he's a quick study. His Waltado emote is always going to be spectacular and my favorite, but it doesn't really apply anymore. Like he's gotten good, so to speak. But Walt's just a super cool dude. He's got great taste in games for the most part. He's part of the legion of Smash players, which I never understand, but that's alright. He's just started Road to Gehenna. That's why we canceled last night's stream, because I really wanted to watch him play it. Walt's just super friendly, super cool, great guy, awesome to talk to, sober or drunk, and super fun to watch. So go follow my buddy Walt if you haven't already. Let's see, okay, I think I need to talk to General Stonehand and Pritchard. Well, maybe not yet. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's go talk to Fosse.
Am I glad to see you? I know we've had our differences, but I need your help. Ski's Silver Shield's left the camp.
Oh, goodness. Do you know where she went?
Perimeter guards said she headed in the direction of Dragonspear Castle.
Leave this to me. I'll find and return her before she stumbles into Kalar's grasp.
Bring her back safely. If the Crusade takes Ski, her father will have all our heads.
Told Ladyverse about hitting me up the next time you're in Colorado. Oh, dude, absolutely. Hopefully COVID's done being a dick, but even if we have to stay 6 feet apart, it's still much closer than the camera. I need to track Ski down around Dragonspear Castle. Awesome. Okay, and before I talk to Fosse, I knew this but forgot. I need to go talk to Mizena to set something up for the On the Fence quest. How was your stream, Walt? You played Bloodborne tonight, right? Here we go. Greetings again, traveler. Is there something you require? As a priestess, you would know much about different religions, correct? Their holy symbols, for instance? I have some knowledge, yes, but I am no scholar. There's a tiresome priest in the triage camp who I expect would know far more than I. I need to trick a cleric of the Red Knight into relinquishing his holy symbol. Blasphemy. The Red Knight is an honorable god concerned with tactics and strategy. Bother that priest and you'll answer to me. My cause is righteous. The priest uses the Red Knight's blessings on the Crusade's behalf. He must be stopped.
Very well. I'll help as best I can. Let's see now. The Red Knight's worshippers play many games. Here, I have a board for Coroneer, a game the elves invented. Challenge the priest, get him to wager his holy symbol.
Thank you, Mizena. Get on with it then, and see to it you bring my board back when you're done. We got Coroneer. This board game of elven design emulates a pair of coronals fighting against each other. Each side has a number of troops to deploy in obtaining victory. Interesting. Quest item. We'll give that to our treasure goblin. Got to the third boss and are making successive attempts to defeat it. That's kind of how Bloodborne goes. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the game. How was the stream? Get good viewers tonight. Good chat interaction. All that happy jazz. Corson, Delancey, and Fosse are both here. Let's talk to Fosse first. Looks like the heroes arrived.
Ah, glad you came. This is Fosse Dugdeep.
Yeah, Bloodborne's a major draw. I'm sure you get a lot of advice, too. Take Trev's advice, ignore everyone else. Trev is just ridiculously, insanely good at that game. Good to know ya. Pleased to make your acquaintance, ma'am. I'll be polite.
Fosse, tell them about the potion of explosion barrel.
It's not a barrel of potion of explosion. It was a barrel of potion of explosion. A dozen barrels, actually. The ones you stopped from blowing Boresker Bridge, Travis. Now it's a barrel of whoosh! Whoosh! It's fun and easier to say. It's not to love. The whoosh is distilled explosive concentrate. Planted in the right spot under Dragonspear, it could give us a major advantage when we move against the castle. How am I to know the right spot?
When you're inside the caverns, consult this amulet each time you come to an intersection. It will guide you to the best placement for the barrel. Now, Fosse, would you please excuse us?
What? Sure, I suppose. I mean, it's my tent and all, but yeah. Alright, I'll just go over here then. I got a stone dowser and a barrel of whoosh!
The explosives are just one strategy I formulated to undermine our enemy. I've another that you might help with. These flasks contain poison, taken from a priestess of Telona we captured and interrogated. Her evil works can now be turned to the greater good. We know Dragonspear is being supplied via the caverns you'll be visiting shortly, if all goes as planned. If you put a few drops of this in the enemy food supplies and water, we would have an edge when we finally confront the Shining Lady.
So, I'm looking, and I guess somebody here is a fan of Final Fantasy VI. Spot the reference. It changes your ending, the choice you make here. And I want the good ending, which means we just need to flatly refuse to poison the Crusaders. 2. What? Explosives are one thing, but poison is too much. I'll hear no more of this.
Damn it! Your reticence this day is going to kill people. Good men and women. I will do everything in my power to see an end to Kalar Argent. You, it seems, will not. The blood of those who fall to the crusade is on your hands. Begone! The sight of you disgusts me. I'll look upon you no more.
Alright. It's after 11. I'm going to try to wrap everything we can do in the camp for now and call it a stream. Because homie needs to go to bed. I have a big day tomorrow. But I am going to try to wrap everything in the camp first. Let's talk to Simonetta again.
Did you need something, young one?
Can you tell me if this paper belongs to you?
How? Where did you get this? Answer me.
I can't tell you. I just need to know if you gave it to anyone else or if someone took it from you.
That is from a code book used to translate military ciphers. You shouldn't be seeing it. Return it at once.
I've helped several of the officers in camp. I even trained Vigilant Halasan's troops. You can trust me.
Very well. I will believe you. Do not make me regret it. I loaned that book to one of Netherlock's lieutenants, a man named Malden Call.
Cole, you say? I believe I'm going to have a word with him. Tread carefully. We live in dangerous times. I should speak next to this soldier, Cole. Next, let's go talk to Belagarm. We're doing Safana's trader quest now, by the way. If that wasn't clear.
army marches on its stomach.
Oh, it's you. Do you need something? I have a question for you about this potion bottle. Bottle? Bottle? I'm trying to coordinate supplies for hundreds of troops, and you want to ask me about a bottle? Seriously? This bottle may lead me to a powerful spell we can use to decimate our enemies. I need to know more about it. Fine. If it's that important, let me look at this incredibly important bottle. I recognize the shape. Helvdar the dwarf. He guards the camp's northern barricade. He keeps all his potions in weird bottles like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really must get back to work. Next, I can talk to Helvdar at the northern barricade. There's our boy.
Oh! Who goes there?
It's just me, Travis.
Sorry. A little drink yesterday evening turned into a lot of drinks early this morning. I'm not in the best shape right now.
Is this your potion bottle?
My bottle? Where did you find it?
Why, did you lose it?
I lost it playing cards last night. How did you get it?
Who won the bottle?
Can't say. It's bad luck to talk about your losses, and I have another game tonight.
I'd be happy to cast a good luck charm on you in exchange for the information.
A good luck charm, eh? I could sure use it. All right. It was Cole who won my potion.
The spell is cast. You'll now be very lucky at all you try. You've done the Coalition a great service this afternoon, Helvdar. Enjoy the good fortune that will now come your way.
Good luck on your mission, but don't take any of my luck.
I should next speak with this man, Cole. Not quite. Let's go back to Mizena. Can I get rid of Khalid already? I just need to know if the anniversary gift quest is finished. Give me a second. It says it's finished. I thought it had a third stage. I'd go ahead and chunk Khalid. That would be amazing. I'm not sure yet. Okay, better keep him around for now. I do hate Khalid. I hate him so much. I want to use the characters I want to use. Is this your candle? My candle? So you're the thief? No, well, it's complicated, but I didn't steal it. No, I'm trying to find the thief. And, bizarrely, call me a thief again and I'll cut out your tongue. Threaten me again and I'll bloody your nose. Bloody my nose and I'll blacken both your eyes. Blacken my eyes and I'll break both your arms. Break my arms and I'll headbutt your face into crimson paste.
You're a fierce warrior, no doubt. And Tempest is the god of warriors. I believe you. You'd not stoop to theft.
Any idea who did?
The other night I saw Molten Call leaving my tent. I chased him, but he got away. I'm sure he took the candle, but I can prove nothing. I didn't report it. I plan to speak to Call about it myself. With my fists.
I'll beat the truth out of him. I'll take my candle back, too. I should next speak to this soldier, Cole. Alright. That's it. Let's go find the guy. All signs point to him. Let me pause. I'm gonna zip around the map to spot where this guy's actually posted up. Here. I think he only spawns after you deal with all 3 clues. But there's Malden Cole.
Troubled times are upon us.
Miss Aina thinks she might have something to do with her missing candle. So I've been found out, have I? Well, it's too late. I've sent many a precious tidbit of knowledge Kalar's way. The Shining Lady will triumph and leave you all in the dust. Kalar will fall and all her crusaders with her. I'll see to that. As for you, you'll be hanged for treason. My death is worth it if it serves the lady. I should inform Netterlock about the traitor. I think he's back at the command tent. Barrel of Whoosh! Oh yeah, Stone Dowser. This amulet, in the shape of an elemental's eye, is designed to lead its user to a weak point in Toral's surface. Oh, okay. Barrel of Whoosh! Explosive material taken from Kalar's Crusaders at Boriskir Bridge were refined by Fossey Dugdeep, where before there were multiple barrels of Potion of Explosion. Now there is a single so-called Barrel of Whoosh. The destructive capacity of the material has yet to be determined, but it would be wise to be well away from the whoosh when it is. Okay, I gotta let everybody catch up, as is tradition. Oh, oops, paused. Davian War Mage, Torsen Delancey. Shoot, where did Zetterlock go? Well, let me deal with my inventory right quick. I like for Safana to carry quest items. That short sword +1 is just vendor trash. Where the hell is Netterlock? He's gotta be around here somewhere. I hate how people in this freaking expansion don't just stay in one spot. Let me look at Jag right quick. Travis, looks like you made it from Bridgefort, none the worse for wear. It's good to see you again, Jag. I'm not sure how good it is to see you again. I heard what happened on Boriskir Bridge. I guess we need every hand we can get to put an end to Kalar and her followers. What can I do for you? Let me see what weapons and army you have in stock. Okay, so her stuff is the same. Where in blazes? There's Torsen Delancey. I guess I'm going to talk to Petrescus and Faug. They're going to be mad at me, but I don't care.
Isn't that to be done? No time to stay and chatter.
Well met, my friend, and how does this afternoon find you? Well, thanks. I'm glad to hear it. There are many depending on you to resolve the Kalar situation, as you did with Sarabak. I'll do what I can, but I'm just one man. This is the same dialogue as we had before. What about Faug?
Oi, hero! I'll have words with you.
You think me a possession, Faug? Can it be you are even more stupid than I thought? Be gone. I want nothing more to do with you.
Well, Vicky took care of business. I didn't have to say anything. Where the fuck is Netherlock? He's just gone. What is this garbage? General Stonehand and Pritchard. There's Glint and Helvdar. I'm gonna have to go to the Beamdog forums again. So there's Simpek and Damius. Dude just vanished off the face of the freaking earth. There's McKinn. Oh, there he is. Thank goodness. Marshall Netherlock. Why couldn't he just stay in his first tent? I don't understand. Doesn't matter.
Good to see you.
I bring news, Marshal. I discovered evidence of a traitor in camp. I found these notes and traced them back to the spy.
We have a spy among us? Do you know who?
Malden Cole. When I confronted him, he confessed to everything and was arrested.
Malden Cole. I knew him well. I thought I did. We have to tighten our security. No one can be trusted anymore, not even our own forces.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I can offer you this short bow as a reward. It's appreciated. Get out of here then. Dismissed. I've reported the traitor's name. Let's see about this short bow. The person who would use it is Safana, Flesh Ripper +2. Despite this short bow's intimidating name, it carries no gruesome history. Kitsana, an elven ranger, designed this bow for her own use and could fire it with astonishing rapidity. One night at camp, Kitsana's party each took a turn trying to master the unusually thin bowstring and uniquely curved grip of the weapon. None shot as poorly as the fighter, a braggart named Tyrrell, who not only missed his target by a foot, but who snapped the bowstring down the length of his forearm and tore off a strip of skin. Kitsana and her party faded into obscurity decades ago, but her bow still circulates. 5% chance per hit of hasting the wielder for 4 rounds. Movement speed +2. What do I have on Safana right now? Bow-wise. Protector of the Dryads +2. That's just a short bow +2. Same 2/2 bonus, but we get the movement speed bonus, so yeah, that's an upgrade. Excellent. Stick with our +3 short sword by default. But that's pretty cool. I'm living it. Alright. Now, let's go speak to these guys. Simpek and Damius. Yeah, before we do that, let's sell off our now defunct
Soon to go
shortbow.
back to the grotto, I am. I miss the tunnels of home.
There we go. Alright, now let's kick off yet another quest. There's a lot going on here in Chapter 10.
We're few, but fierce.
Good afternoon to you. I am Simpek of the Daggerford Militia. This is Damius. Join us. Have a drink. Sounds good to me. So listen, you look like you've seen your share of violence, and you're still alive and in reasonably good shape by the looks of you. So I'm guessing you're pretty good at the whole killing of others thing, am I right? Why do you ask? There's a gnome in our contingent, we're from Daggerford, named Gardnerson. Go on. His name's Pritchard. Pompous jackass, he thinks he's better than the rest of us. He thinks he's in command here. Well, second in command after General Stonehand. He needs to be taught a lesson, and I'm thinking you might be the man to do it. What do you say? Interested? I might be. I came upon a crusader a couple days ago who was carrying some interesting potions. One of fire giant strength, the other of fortitude. I was saving them for the final assault on Dragonspear, but I'll gladly part with them if it gets Gardnerson out of my hair. Consider it done. Glad to hear it. Last I heard, Gardnerson was badgering General Stonehand about strategy, like he knows anything about that. Wait until he's alone, then take care of him. I should seek out the gnome, Pritchard Gardnersonson. Alright. Let's go ahead and chat with Pritchard. If we move now, we can take Kalar's people by surprise.
You don't know that, and even if you did, it's not your decision to make. Just let it go, Pritchard. Like it or not, we aren't the ones who get to make the call.
Pritchard? Pritchard Gardnerson? Gardnerson's son. Who are you now?
Pritchard, this is the hero of Baldur's Gate.
Travis, Pritchard Gardnerson's son.
Oh, right. You're the one who had the incident crossing Boriskir. How do you almost know my name?
Two. Let's be honest. There's a couple of men around the corner who asked me to kill you. Damius and Sempek, do you know them? What? Those ungrateful swine, I'll have them drawn and quartered.
The hells you will. I'll deal with this. And you, stop making mischief. You hear me? We've got enough problems here without you making more of them. But you did good bringing this to my attention. And now I've got someone I can hit in good conscience. Here, take this as thanks.
General Stonehand of the Daggerford militia is extraordinarily permissive when it comes to criticism from her underlings. How she rose to a command position in any organization defies reason. But we did get a potion of magic protection. Now we can talk to General Stonehand again to start yet another quest.
Well, look who we have here. The hero of Baldur's Gate deigns to walk among us. Aren't you supposed to be spelunking in Kalar's caverns?
I'll be leaving soon unless something else catches my attention here. Do you know of anything that might catch my attention?
Now that you mention it, I do have a bug in my boot about something. I've heard rumors of a thieves' guild forming in camp. Small at the moment. I'd like to make it smaller still.
What makes you think a guild is forming?
You always get some leeches in camps, but this one's had more than its share. Some of my men say they've been asked to steal from dead soldiers and pawn their scavengings through a black market. I won't have that sort of business going on here.
The guild will pressure the soldiers to do what they ask and make an example of those who won't. Not an uncommon practice.
You're new here, so the guild probably hasn't gotten to you yet. You may be a black-hearted villain, but people see you're here to help. Can you take care of this?
How shall I track these thieves down?
Start with a merchant named Wizob. I've heard she'd sell the coppers right off your granny's dead eyes.
You're certain this is happening? A thieves guild is being formed? Okay.
Start with a merchant named Wizob. I've heard
I'll
she'd
return
sell
when
the
I've learned more of
coppers
this
right
guild.
off your... Well, don't go announcing your mission to the whole camp. Keep it under your hood, eh? Now, get moving.
I should speak with Glint about what to do with his cousin, Pritchard Gardnerson's son. General Stonehand has decided to intervene in the matter of Pritchard Gardnerson. I should find and speak with Wyzob. Well, I guess I'll take a moment to speak to Glint. Didn't realize I was going to need to do that. Where even is he? Alright, well, thanks for hanging out as long as you did. I realize it's, what, 1:30 in the morning there? Thanks for dropping by, thanks for chatting, thanks for everything as always. We'll see you soon. Sleep well. Glint, 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 glint. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Right? It's gotta be in my party camp somewhere. Glint. Why do they make people so hard to find? My party should be at the party camp. Right? Call me crazy, that just makes sense to me. I remember seeing him now. For whatever fucking reason, Glint is up here.
Yes, that should do it. What? Oh! I didn't see you there. Well, I did. Obviously I did. I'm talking to you. I must have. But it took me a while. Sorry. What were we talking about?
Okay, never mind. We resolved it without him. I really can't remember. Couldn't have been that important then. Still, if you should recall the thrust of the conversation, be a dear and remind me, will you? Thanks. Alright, let's go talk to Wyzob.
The underground seems safer by far, and gems to find are welcome too.
Can't remember if I have anything to sell off or not. I don't think so at this juncture. Wait, maybe I do. Yes, I have a potion. Alright.
Your acquaintance I am glad to have made.
I heard you were a fence for the camp's Thieves Guild. I'm afraid you've been misinformed, my lord. I can tell you've never been properly cursed before. I promise that will change if you don't arrange a meeting twixt me and a Thieves Guild representative. Don't try me on this, woman. Alright. Come to the north edge of camp when it's dark. I'll have someone ready to meet you. I'll be there. Luck to you. I must go to the north end of the camp to meet with the Thieves Guild. And they already told us I need to do it when it's dark. Hey, look, it's dark. Rinwis. That's a new one. We've already talked to everyone else.
An excellent day for whatever you're after.
Hey there. Hey yourself, I'm looking for something out of the ordinary. You wanted to meet with me. Here I am. Okay, let me think. The only way we get a reward is to say this. I heard you're setting up a Thieves Guild in camp. I'm here to stop you. You've got adamantine nerves, I'll give you that much. I could have a dozen hidden thieves with poisoned crossbows just waiting in the shadows. You'd better use those thieves to our benefit. I'm the hero of Baldur's Gate, and you know I could have your operation and you executed in a heartbeat. No more thieving, and when the time for war comes, I'd better see you on the front lines. All right. I thought we'd kept our activities quiet, but not quiet enough, it seems. I'll have my people come to the Coalition's side when the battle breaks. Good enough? Nope. You've been making a good deal of profit off this war, and I want a cut. Consider it a down payment on me not killing you. And I thought I was cutthroat. Fine. Our loot is hidden in under some fallen rocks in the forest near that underground cavern. The rocks are directly east of the cave entrance where all the Crusaders are camped out. Much appreciated. Now be on your way. See you when the arrows start flying. Okay, now let's go back to General Stonehand. We can wrap this quest up. That cash is our reward. Okay.
Well, look who we have here. The hero of Baldur's Gate deigns to walk among us. Aren't you supposed to be spelunking in Kaeler's caverns?
I thought I'd report back to you first. I've dealt with that Thieves Guild.
That's the way to get things done. Tell me, what did their faces look like when you kicked their rumps all the way through Dead Man's Pass?
I only saw one, their leader. I leaned on her and she agreed to stop the thieving and come to our aid with her guild when the battle starts.
Good work. We'll put those jackals to good use in the battle. March them up front, eh? Here's something extra for doing such a good job. Now, what's the price we agreed on? 300 gold, was it?
It was 500, but 300 will do.
You're not half bad, you know that? I'll admit, the militia can use every coin we can hoard. Daggerford hasn't got the coffers to match Waterdeep's. Here you are, hero. Now, get moving. We've got a war to win.
Do you seek to see me imprisoned or killed? Keep our profiles more discreet, then.
Remember, with evil characters in our party, 18 is our maximum reputation, so we can only boost it one more point. Let's go sell that potion, because I'm sure I don't care.
Soon to go back to the grotto, I am. I miss the tunnels of home.
You again. Didn't think you'd be back to bother me. I had no quarrel with you. Our dealings weren't personal. To be honest, the guild was holding profits down. I'm happy to putting that behind us. Did you want to buy something? Of course. Potion of mind focusing.
It has been too long since Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
Alrighty. There's still a little bit more to do. We can get Nira's second to last ingredient from Wilhelmina here.
You there! You look moneyed and in dire need of Wilhelmina's miracle turnip juice.
Miracle turnip juice. This is going to be good. Yes, just one sip of my product and you'll regrow limbs, gain blessings from at least 3 separate deities, and make contact with the dead. I'll give you a sample, then you'll see the tremendous power of turnip juice for yourself. I'll take a sample, but I won't drink it. You don't need to. Apply the juice to aching and bruised body parts as a natural remedy. Polish steel, silver, and other precious metals with it. Throw it in the eyes of a hated enemy. But wait, there's more. More. What more could there possibly be? Legend has it those who imbibe turnip juice gain regenerative powers and even learn to speak with the dead. If I take one, will you stop talking? Ah, see, I told you, a customer. I can stay. A little turnip juice never hurt anyone. Let her go through the camp and ply her trade. No, you can't. We have serious business to attend to here. Move along. I'll be nice. She's selling snake oil, but turnip juice is harmless, that's true. As you will, my lord.
1 turnip juice! Don't forget to tell your friends!
I should keep looking for the components for Nira's potion. Okay, we're going to have to take Nira into our party when we give her the last ingredient, but if I remember right, this is the second to last. If it's actually the last one. Gosh, I don't know who I'm gonna boot. I guess probably Minsk. Out of everybody I can endure without him the best. Well, let's see how it is.
Hey, found anything else on my list yet? Getting pretty sick of Adoy running around in my head.
Turnip juice. Take it. I don't want it. I'm actually pretty surprised you found any. Turnips are very nutritious, I know. Can I have it? Absolutely. Here you go. Thanks, Travis. I really appreciate this. You have
Anything
no idea.
else on the list?
That's all I've got. What is the last component? Okay. We are ready to leave the Coalition camp, for now. Which means... it's time for a hard save and to cut the stream. Well, we accomplished a lot tonight. We made good progress. I'm pleased. That was a lot of quests. Started and completed, frankly. But that's going to do it for me for tonight. Those of you who joined me live on Twitch, who are still here, who stuck it out, thank you so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. If you're new around here and you haven't yet, please hit that follow button so that you can see the next time we go live. If you're watching later on YouTube, I do realize that I can be difficult to catch live. My schedule has actually become significantly more regular, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. You don't live in the right time zone, you're busy, need sleep.
That's bad.
Many different things can be going on, but never fear. Everything I do eventually makes its way to my YouTube channel, so if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, then you don't need to worry about missing anything. Finally, regardless of the platform you're on, I hope you'll consider joining our Discord server. The link to do so is in the Twitch channel description. It is also in the YouTube video description. The Discord is the most reliable place to check on my schedule. It's a really fun place with lots of cool people who love video games. Please join. It's great. As far as next streams go, we are going to stream the next 3 days in a row. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. MDT, I am going to do a few hours of Twitch Sings, as has become tradition. Tomorrow evening, I'm going to try for earlier than 8, but I'm not going to promise earlier than 8. But tomorrow evening, we're going to do some Thief. I've decided it would be good once a week to really get back to my roots, play my favorite game, and so we're going to do Thief on Friday evenings. I'm going to start by ghosting the base games, Thief 1 and 2, and maybe 3. Yeah, probably 3, since I realized as I rooted through my archives, I have not actually done that live on Twitch, so we're going to do that. And we're also going to play fan missions, so that's how Thief Fridays will endure after the ghosting the base games is done. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you are too. I'm going to stream on Saturday. I don't know exactly when. I know that I'm helping my dad with some manual labor that morning up at the cabin, but it's a quick turnaround day trip, so probably start late afternoon, early evening on Saturday. I'm planning for that one to try the Alien Isolation DLC. We'll start with Crew Expendable. And finally, on Sunday, I should have most of the day open. I'll probably kick off the stream after lunch. And another thing I'm planning on firing up, A, because it's the most successful stream I've ever had, B, because it was lots of fun, and C, it's one of those things that never really ends that you can just come back to, and D, it's just a lot of fun. I'm gonna do Diablo on weekends for one stream, at least to the extent my schedule allows. So that's what's coming up. Next, the very next stream is going to be Twitch Sings tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I hope to see all of you there, and for the others, before I take my 10-day vacation to hang out with my cousins at a lake house, which is going to be awesome. So for now, for the 4 of you who are here, still here with me, let's go raid somebody. I think tonight we're going... I'll give you guys a choice. I've got 3 pretty cool people streaming right now. My friend Kelsey. Her stream setup is pretty ghetto. She focuses a lot on chat, but she's fun, she's pretty, she's playing The Last of Us tonight. We can raid her. We can raid my buddy Kilroy. His Twitch name is Kilroy Killjoy, so I guess either one works. I usually call him Kilroy. He's playing Half-Life Alyx, which I have not actually watched any of myself beyond the trailer, but am deeply, deeply curious about. So that's an option. And our third option, somebody we have raided before, Sugar is playing more Jedi Fallen Order tonight. So those are the 3 raid options. I see my people who are still here. Who would you like to go check out? Dude, you're back just in time for me to call it quits and raid. But I did just lay out raid options. We can watch... We can watch my friend Kelsey play Last of Us. We can watch... We haven't raided her before. She's fun. She's extremely interactive. I won't lie, her setup's a little ghetto. She uses a PlayStation camera. Her mic is shitty. It's not a great technical experience, but she's playing The Last of Us. She's cool. She's fun to chat with. We've raided Sugar before. She's back playing more Jedi Fallen Order. We can go there. Or we can go see somebody else we haven't raided before. My friend Kilroy. Cool guy, really cool guy. He's playing Half-Life Alyx tonight. So, of those 3, I guess dude is literally the only one still talking. So, who would you rather see, dude? You can go by person or by game or factor both. All right, sounds good. Let's raid Kilroy. Good plan. So that is about to happen. Raid with... Let's see, do we need a message? Yeah, you always need a good raid message. So do Tarvis Skeptic, and let's go with... let's go with Bloosh. Whoosh, because it's a reference to my favorite thing from tonight's Baldur's Gate stream. So, alright, let's kick off the raid. Say hi to Kilroy, he's awesome. Yeah, I really think you guys will like him. He's a fantastic streamer. We haven't raided him before, but he's a really great gamer. He has a really, sleek, super professional stream setup, and he's playing a cool game, so I think this is going to be good. Let's roll. And thank you again for joining me tonight.